Welcome back, my adoring public, to more Persona 5 Royal. Pharaoh Fiasco here. Last episode, we Ooh, another crossword puzzle!
Hey!
We played a whole bunch of... Well, we didn't play anything, basically, but we got... Whoa! A type of outdoor allergy. Pollen? Pollination? We got through all of the requests that we had in Mementos. And Futaba, we're expecting her to wake up. Pollen. Sign of a cold. Sniffles? Sneeze. Sneeze. Pollen. It's pollen something. There is not three Z's right there, at least not next to each other. Across gets congested. Nose. Alright, so this is fairly easy. Pollen. Pollen. Pollen? Oh, wait, a type of outdoor allergy. Pollens. Pollen is... Yeah, that's not right. A type of outdoor allergy. Let's see, maybe let's get rid of everything here. A type of outdoor allergy. Pollen is definitely not correct. Sneeze, isn't it? Nose. Room. There's no roomy. Congestion. So. I don't want to spend too long on this, but I also don't want to leave it like we did for the previous one. A type of outdoor allergy. I'll feel really dumb if it's pollen, if it ends up being pollen something, but those last few letters, there was nothing we can make out of those. Is it what is it? You need an inhaler for it. Asthma? Hold on. No, there's no S or T. Oh, we might have to give up on this again. A type of outdoor allergy. Sneeze, nose. Runny nose, eyes, watering. Ugh, alright, well. Not much else we can do, because we went to Mementos, like I said, we did all the targets, so Morgana's not going to let us simply, or not Morgana, but we can't do anything, except for work on our proficiency. We can make 6 lockpicks, let's do that. We actually we used a few of them.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright, make us more proficient.
Well then.
And no bonus stats this time either. Oh, that's just how it's gotta happen sometimes. A type of outdoor allergy. Alright, who wants to hang? Makoto does. And I think Makoto, we still haven't gotten her to rank 5. Yeah, her or Yusuke. What other confidants want to hang? Makoto is it. Makoto is it, looks like. And we haven't had the opportunity to read that billiards book, so... And I still don't know what reading expert billiards is supposed to actually do for us, but we'll hang out with Makoto.
Well...
All we can do now is wait. If you're available, I'd like to talk to you about Eiko. And our bond's gonna grow stronger soon, so yeah, let's hang out with her. I have a small favor to ask you.
Shall we go?
Let's get a drink before we talk. Oh, and we can take the back entrance into the school. Alright, well, that's fine.
Actually...
Apparently, Eiko has started dating a host from a club near her work. I guess he, hit on her one day after her shift, and that was that. Since then, he's the only thing she'll talk about. She even sent me a picture of their date at Destinyland. He sounds suspicious. You think so as well? For now, it seems he hasn't forced her to spend any money at his club, but I'm still nervous. Beyond that, he calls her his princess and constantly tells her how special she is. It makes me sick to my stomach. But Eiko refuses to listen to me. She said the idea that all hosts are bad people is outdated. She even said she was shocked to be getting advice from someone who would totally flunk a test about love. Tests about love aren't a thing, though. And even if they were, I most certainly wouldn't flunk them. Sorry about that. I'm probably just being biased towards him. I mean, I don't have any proof that he's untrustworthy. But that's why I want to meet him and find out for myself what kind of person he really is. And if it's not too much to ask, I'd like you to accompany me on this excursion as well. Sure. We're about to do that fake double date. This time, you'll have to play the role of my boyfriend. I got this. Or, well, let's just say I got this. It's honestly okay? You're so reliable, Kozakun. I think if I have a boyfriend, Eiko might be more inclined to listen to me.
Actually...
To tell you the truth, I actually already made plans with her and her boyfriend for a double date. Sorry. I mean, you counted on us and we came through in the end, so that's fine. But it's just going to be at a diner. Nothing particularly fancy, I promise.
Thank you.
You're a tremendous help. I'm so glad you agreed to this. I don't know who else I'd have asked if you had said no. Yeah, Yusuke and Ryuji are definitely no-goes for this sort of op. I can sense Makoto's trust in me. Is this... Oh. That's the rank up? Alright, well.
Alright.
Eiko, I hope she's not getting herself wrapped up in anything dangerous. But just in case, I'll try looking for some info on that host.
Alright then.
So next we're going to try to get Yusuke up, and then we'll see if Ryuji wants to hang too. If he does, we'll hit him up, get him to rank 8. Sorry I had to ask something so unreasonable. I appreciate you going along with it though, but that's after we hit up Chihaya. Do you think Eiko's really okay? I hope I'm just being paranoid about her boyfriend. But if it turns out he really is toying with Eiko, what should we do? Try to reach out to her. You're right. We're friends now, so I'm sure she'll understand if I can just have an honest talk with her. Phew. I keep thinking in circles here. I need to stop dwelling on the negative. Let's see who this host is behind his smile, for Eiko's sake. Okay, I'll call you again later. Alright, so it seems like things are going pretty well for us.
Ah, you're back.
Sojiro wants to hang out. Big lead. I've got a big lead. This is on a completely different level from what I've had before. You want to hear about it, right? Can you make some time now? And our bond with Mishima will grow stronger soon. But starting our fortune confidant is more important. Dang it. We want to just go straight to the red light district. Alright. Chihaya.
What do you think?
Well, did her fate change? Let's tell her the result.
Fine.
Let's hear it. Please sit down. Yeah, dude, do a reading. You'll be able to see it. We're telling the truth.
Goodness gracious! Her boyfriend stopped abusing her? I don't believe it.
Miraculous change of heart, that.
But even if he did stop, her fate should still be heading down the path to misery without changing. I mean, look!
And so, the cards reveal the truth.
What? The sequence of Arcana has completely changed. Death has moved far off into the future.
Nice, so that Yuya guy was eventually going to cause her early death. Hearts can be changed.
No! This must be some sort of trick. What are you, a scam artist? You made a deal with her boyfriend or something, didn't you?
I persuaded him.
That's an obvious lie. It couldn't have been that simple. Did you plunge him into Tokyo Bay? Or cram him into a metal drum and dump insects on him?
You've got a wild imagination, Chihaya.
You must have taken some sort of extreme measures.
I'm just an ordinary student.
Well, you certainly do seem ordinary. Yes, quite ordinary indeed. But there's no way that could have happened without you breaking the law.
That depends. Can you prove that it was brainwashing, Chihaya? I don't think so.
I mean, how could an ordinary high school student change the course of fate?
Have you seen any anime produced in the last 40 years?
Fine. I'm just going to have to verify your power. The very power that reversed my tarot card prediction. This is quite a serious situation for a fortune teller like me. I need to get to the bottom of this. You won't have to do anything. Just sit next to me while I tell fortunes.
Easy. That is definitely my kind of deal.
And if another unopposable fate happens to appear, then I'll test your power.
I get nothing out of this.
Well, that may be true. Oh, I know. I'll read your fortune.
Now you're speaking my language, but no more of those bogus holy stones, okay?
Please? I'll even prioritize your readings over my regular customers. Besides, I'll be able to provide much more accurate predictions once I get to know you better. How does that sound? Is it a deal? Otherwise, I won't be able to go on.
Because we've proven that fate's not absolute?
Please, I beg you. I need to know if fate truly can be changed.
Alright, I guess.
You will? Really? Okay then. I look forward to verifying your skills. Please don't blow me off, okay? We made a deal after all.
I've made a deal with Chihaya. Now Saya's gonna accuse us of resorting to the supernatural in order to pull off our feats. You don't gotta worry about all that though, Saya-san. Au naturel.
Unless you were lucky, there's no way you could have repeatedly done so many crimes.
Luck was a pretty large factor.
Or perhaps you had someone you consulted who gave you precise advice. You're not getting away this time with just luck.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the fortune persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
Lay it on me. Luck reading temporarily increases the growth rate of a selected social stat.
All right.
I am an
Is
idiot.
fate really something that can be changed?
We spent all that time grinding our social stats without getting Chihaya to boost things for us first.
If it's really possible, then...
Well,
Oh, it's getting late.
it was never going to be a perfect run. This is only like, I only ever played through the first Persona 5 once, which is why there's so much I don't remember in the 4 years that it's been, but...
Let's close up shop for today. It's past your curfew.
Dang, dude, it seems like yesterday that game came out. Hibiya-san! Okay, so she's gonna give us her number. Whew. I forgot to get your contact info. Whew, there we go. I'll be contacting you soon, so please come for the verification test, okay? I suggest you don't try to get out of it, or else who knows what kind of black magic I'll have to resort to. I'll be there.
Yay!
Great! Now our deal is official. Sorry for taking up so much of your time. Please be careful on your way home.
Until next time.
I'll see you soon. But I think her readings definitely take up time. So, I mean, it's not like we can just do that. But dang, dude, so much wasted effort. Alright, Tai will rank up, and Yusuke and On as well. So this is going... Ooh, Kasumi, who's already maxed, so we're not going to hang out with her. So, I think they're both rank... No, On is rank 5. Okay, so Yusuke needs to go up his next rank. Let us do this. Whoa, he didn't text us? Alright. Wait, she says she's changed her hours. We can start during the day since you're a student. We can't do it when it rains though, since we'll be outside. Come during the day for your fortune and at night for the test. Alright, so we can get our fortunes, but if those take time, then we're not going to be able to take her up on it. That would very much suck. Wow, we got a lot of cash. Easily replenished our coffers.
Is this?
I sense that you have trouble with women. There was a woman last time too. Wait, is that? Anyway, please be careful. Well then, shall I read your fortune in detail? Let's get a fortune reading. Okay, please take a seat.
What shall we do?
Which fortune would you like to have read? Okay, so this doesn't take time. Reading your luck improvement fortune will cost you 5,000 yen. We got the cash for it, so...
Now.
Alright, please think of some area in which you'd like to increase... I hit the button. We're going to increase our kindness. The Hierophant card. It seems you will greatly benefit from taking actions that will increase your kindness. Your kindness is more likely to increase today. And that's all for today's improvement reading. Alright.
What do you think?
So we're going to have to neglect our people. Yeah. Oop, that's wrong. Where is it? Shibuya? Our job at Central Street increases our charm. It's the thing that increases kindness. Which is at... Oh my gosh, I'm so turned around. Where's the train station? It's right here. Okay, oh my gosh. Underground, but it's the underground mall that we wanted to go to. Alright, sorry, Yusuke. We have a prior engagement. So we also learned that we can work at the convenience store and Lolichan's place last episode. It was quite interesting. We still haven't read the Flowerpedia though.
What do you want to do?
And our kindness is gonna increase, so let's work. We'll get even more of an increase than usual. If only I can't remember if there was a
guess
place
what?
Oh, by the way, did you know they caught the culprit behind those assaults? Oh, no, we did not know that. But if only there was a way that we could, read. I just can't remember if there's like a way we could read outside of having to wait for an opportunity on the train. And I guess during Kawakami's classes too. Oh man. We picked a perfect time to pick up a whole bunch of books. First I've heard of it. Well, apparently it really was Naguri, just like I thought. He actually turned himself in. He was such a delinquent. What do you think made him surrender? The Phantom Thieves? Ooh, that's what I was thinking. A lot of these crimes have been ending similarly. The culprit has a change of heart and confesses. The Phantom Thieves have to be real. They just have to be.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, I got a little sidetracked for a second there. Here's your pay for today. No extra because she's feeling in a good mood?
You did great.
Be careful out. Oh, I guess there's not actually a need to be vigilant anymore. Your way home should be a little safer now. See you next time.
How are you feeling?
All right, we got some more. Bonus on our kindness.
Yes!
That's us, fixing the world one step at a time. But Mementos is... Never mind, not now.
Wanna head back?
Alright, and then we don't want to... Because Lala... well, that's only on Saturdays, and today's a Friday. So we're not going to have to worry about that. And the crossword puzzle's not there mocking us currently. So we'll be able to simply go to Shinjuku Crossroads.
Oh, honey.
Can we even work here when Ichiko's here?
Oh,
Yes. Kindness. Let's do it.
thank you.
Oh?
Aren't you a hard worker? I guess it's about time for me to be heading out anyway. So we can't talk to Ichiko while we're on duty.
It's all you.
Alright, customers, we're ready for you. It's not crowded like it normally is. Uh-oh! Oh, right.
Evening.
I'm here!
Oh,
You're in a good mood today. Well, have a seat. This is the guy who told us about
honey.
Shinsuke. Oh, so Shinsuke Kishi is the boss you've been having problems with, right?
Actually,
Not anymore. I don't know what happened, but it's like he's a changed man. He suddenly said, "I'm sorry for everything," and then apologized in tears to each one of us. He went from being the man his subordinates hate most to becoming the perfect, ideal boss.
let me ask.
Hey, Lala, you don't suppose you think the Phantom Thieves did something to help me?
I mean,
Who knows? If they did help you, though, you have a lot to be grateful to them about.
Hey,
Did you hear? Yes, yes, I heard. It seems that we successfully changed that man's heart. So, we're gonna drink today. I'll order a bunch of food, too. You silly man.
huge order coming through. Nice work, honey.
And then she pays really well.
See you.
Alright, Shinjuku, we're fine with that.
yep.
It's easier to see a customer's face. Alright. So even though we
Wanna
got
head back?
bonus kindness today by working at 2 of our jobs, still wasn't enough for the rank up, which means we would have been grinding at it for even longer otherwise. So tomorrow's the day. Now, do any of Ryuji? Do we have a chariot confidant currently on us? Well, why not? I don't know why I didn't just click on it there, because I already knew that Ryuji didn't have a... Like, I already knew that Ryuji didn't text us. He's just hanging out.
Sup?
I'm not really digging all this sitting around crap. So, I've been thinking about what to do with the track team. But I realized I'm not the kind of guy to come up with epic plans that can save the day. So I think I'm gonna do this the one way I know how. Can you come with? and our bond's gonna grow stronger soon. So yeah, let's hang out with him. I've got to tell Nakaoka and Takeshi what's going on with that asshole of a teacher.
Let's go.
I mean, there's no way the track team's gonna make a comeback without them. I know it's a day off and all, but we're heading over to school. They've gotta be there. Gotta throw in that extra little line since we're on summer vacation.
Yeah.
So, I called Nakaoka and Takeshi over here. I'm gonna tell them what that bastard Yamauchi is up to. What if they start fighting? He's got a plan? He probably didn't realize, but I recorded Yamauchi's whole convo back at the Monja shop. I'm a genius, I know. Anyways, I might need some backup here. Can you stick around? What do you want, Sakamoto? Takeshi? Nakaoka? What the hell? Are you guys gonna gang up on me?
Nah.
Dude, chill. I just want to talk. Listen, this here is what's really going on with the track team. It'll be the rebirth of a team that found themselves in the depths of despair. The public will love it. And the best part is, not only are Takeshi's parents loaded, but his mother's the president of the PTA. But until then, he can show the others the value of obedience. This has to be a joke. Yamauchi said he'd make me the captain. Is this real? It's Yamauchi's voice, ain't it? And on top of that, shit's gone down just like he said. Yamauchi's right. I don't have talent. I'm not like you guys. I ran so damn hard, but you two were always so far ahead. How's a guy like me supposed to succeed? How am I supposed to be proud of myself? Proud? My dad always talks about how proud he is of his son. He told everyone I'd get a track scholarship like he did. That I'd follow in his footsteps as a second-generation Taisei grad. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but that's why I listened to Yamauchi. He said if I was the captain, he'd write me a great letter of rec.
Come on, man.
So you trusted what he was saying about Nakaoka because of stupid crap like that? Shut up! What does a thug like you know? You couldn't know how I feel. Nobody does! Like hell I don't know! How long were we running together, huh? I went through all sorts of shit with you! Sakamoto. Who are you living your life for? Your parents? Teachers? Society? Maybe you should stop trying to live for them and just try living for yourself. You think you gotta betray people to be proud? Well, if that's seriously what you think, you're wrong.
Hey.
Nakaoka, you knew something was up with Yamauchi too, didn't you? I mean, the bastard's never been interested in track before. But you kept quiet. You knew he was walking all over you and you just let him do it. Yeah, I was afraid. Without Yamauchi, we still wouldn't have a team or a place to belong.
I see.
You missed running that bad? You know, it ain't so scary not having a place you belong. You can kind of be free that way. If anything, I'm more scared of being a crappy person. I mean, I used to be like you guys. Afraid, lying to myself. That is, before I met this dude. I don't want to insult you guys or nothing, but I know you're probably real pissed about all this. So, if you want to hit me or something, go ahead. I'm ready. In that case, if you insist... Ooh, got him! Huh? You're really doing it? You said it's okay, right? Wait, hold on! Ow! Did you really have to keep swinging so hard? I'm actually starting to feel a little bit better. Me too. I think I can finally put all this behind me. Well, all they had to do was literally slug it out. Nakaoka, I'm sorry. I'm sorry too. So, you want to bring back the track team? Hell yeah! Well, that ended well. You saw that, right? That was some serious violence! Things turned out for the best. Aw, man. I've been taking good care of this face, and look what ended up happening to it!
Well,
Either way, they're probably feeling way better now. I think they're gonna be just fine together. Thanks. All I did was watch. You're telling me? You just sat around while I got my ass beat. Well, you did offer. For real though, you were a big help. You were pushing me to be cool that whole time. It's kind of like I was doing a sprint, and you were running next to me. But I was just standing here. Just take the praise, Koza. That ain't what I meant. It was like one of the metaphor things. Of course you weren't actually running, dude. I feel like my bond with Ryuji's growing deeper. Endure.
all right.
Okay.
All right then, let's go.
I think my mouth's bleeding, so we'll have to eat some other time.
See ya.
Ryuji's so close to that next rank. All this before even recruiting. We're still only like halfway through the Phantom Thieves. Yo, Koza, it's me. Thanks for the help today. Yeah, man, my jaw's still kind of messed up. But it's a good kind of pain, you know? Like just after our workout. They're gonna have to handle the rest, but I think they'll make the right call. Seeing them having a real heart-to-heart talk, they got a good team. You did a great, or we make a good team too. What? You're getting all competitive now? You're a sore loser, huh? But I mean, I totally agree with you. 100%. Man, if those guys are really gonna go for this, I gotta step up my own game. I'm gonna up my pace, so you better be ready for it. Okay, later. Alright, so Ryuji is our highest ranked person currently, which is definitely good. It's something we can work with.
Well then.
So we made that promise with Futaba, and he's sure she'll pull. How is Futaba? I haven't heard anything. Dude, this ain't just some normal oversleeping stuff. Our deadline's tomorrow. If Futaba's not up by then. But can she really do anything even if she does wake up? Honestly, I'm not sure. Either way, our only option is to put our trust in her. That's right. Yeah. If she's been asleep all this time, do you think she's having some kind of long dream? Dreams are said to be the sorting of memories after all. She surely needs ample time to face her troubled past. Her past? You think she's really facing all that shit right now? If that is the case, she would probably need a great amount more time to do so. It's the Persona 4 situation. But considering how she had us wrapped around her finger, I feel as though she'll be able to pull this off. I'm sure, or I believe in Futaba. Yes, indeed. Well, just give us a ring if anything changes. We're counting on you.
I have to agree with Makoto. Who knows how this might turn out?
Man, it'll all turn out for the best. Alright. So, ooh, Akachi! Hey, good evening. I'm in Kichijoji right now. If you've got time, want to drop by for a bit? Hold on. Do we not? We've got principalities, so why is it not? I guess we'll go. I had a feeling you'd come. Thanks. I'll be waiting. Every single time, dude, we want to hang out with our buddy Akachi.
Hi.
Hey, Hibiki-kun. Good evening. Hey, do you ever go to arcades? I've never been to places like that. The twins! Oh, crap. So I'm pretty interested. Oh my gosh. Like weeks ago, we saw that they were ready to go somewhere else. If you're so inclined, shall we visit one together? Principality and our bond's gonna grow stronger soon. Let's hang out with him, though. Excellent. If we're going, I'd like to try that batting cage, or that battling thing. I think there's a game center around here. Let's get going. They should still be available tomorrow, hopefully.
Sorry to bother you.
Alright, so this is where that other kid hangs out at, our final confidant. Well, I guess our final non-party member confidant. I was out here gathering intel and I noticed some patrons playing this. I did a bit of research. Apparently, it's a pretty hardcore shooter game. Do you normally play games like these? All the time. Oh, maybe you've played this one before? I can only ask that you go easy on me. Damn, that's some accuracy. That guy with the brown hair isn't wasting a single shot. Well, now we look like idiots. Glasses isn't doing bad either, but he's definitely losing ground. My fingers are going to be sore tomorrow. What a realistic game. You took that seriously, huh?
Have you noticed?
Well, I'll need as much practice as I can get if I'm going to take you out. Only a joke. What, did I have that much of a scary look on my face? Still, this did feel a bit nostalgic for me. Yeah, how so? I had a toy gun like this when I was young, you know. All this reminded me of running around the house with it, playing hero. You wanted to be a hero?
I don't know that I agree.
I'm not totally certain, but thinking back, I suppose I must have. But there are different kinds of heroes, of course. Different stances they define themselves by. For example, one may stick to the vision of justice they believe in, even if others deny it. While another may simply do as others desire of them, seeking to be recognized and gratified as a hero. So, which of these two fits more with your conception of a hero? Doing what people want?
My.
That's a surprise. I didn't think you'd say that. I only said it because I thought that's what you wanted to hear. But I suppose that's fair. After all, if this justice isn't something people want, then it's just empty self-righteousness.
I apologize.
I suppose that was a strange tangent. Pardon me. Whenever I talk with you, I just can't help delving into these abstract topics. That's rank 5 with him.
All right.
So the confidants are going pretty smoothly. Goodness, I worked up a sweat playing that game. I must smell like the arcade now. I could use a shower. Why don't we call it a day?
We will meet again.
I just can't believe this dude is running around in a sweater vest in summer. No, thank you. Hey, I wanted to express my gratitude again for today. Thank you for hanging out with me. I had quite a lot of fun. I don't play these games too often, so I honestly wasn't sure how well I'd do. Hopefully I didn't come off as too much of a novice. I wish I'd played better. You've still got a long way to go. I thought he might like that. Ever the harsh master. I thought I did alright for a first try. Though I confess my nerves may have gotten to me. After all, you seem to be an expert in the field. Perhaps it'll be different the next time we play, Still, games are rather fun. It was quite a novel experience. Usually I just read in my leisure time. It offered more realism than I expected, and I was impressed by how immersive it felt. Usually I really struggle with enjoying the same pastimes as my peers, but thanks to you, I had fun today. I hope you can join me again if you get the chance. Now, I'll talk to you later. Definitely, every single time, Akachi. We just have to keep that image of the twins in our heads. Tomorrow's the day, isn't it? Are the Phantom Thieves even doing anything? Hey, what are we gonna do? I should never have trusted the Phantom Thieves. Hey, what's going to happen tomorrow? Nothing's gonna happen tomorrow. It's gonna be all okay. And that's day the 4th. Since we started anyways. Today's supposed to be the day Megjed's attacking, right? I guess there's nothing the Phantom Thieves could do. Megjed must have been too much for them. Stock prices are plummeting again. Maybe Megjed's true goal was... All right, Futaba, it's all you.
Isn't today our deadline for dealing with Medjed?
It is indeed.
Futaba's still asleep too. This won't be good.
Hey,
Did she wake up, Sojiro? What's up? Or how's Futaba?
same as always.
Ooh,
Today's the day Wakaba passed. I do this every year.
dang. That's better.
Here, I've got a cup for you too. Futaba reminds me so much of her mother. She's a smart girl. Doesn't just go with the flow either. Wakaba, your work and your kid were so fulfilling for you. Why'd you have to die so suddenly?
Why indeed? But it's nice that Sojiro was opening up to us like this, even though we're still only rank 4 with the guy.
That reminds me. You saw me talking to that prosecutor. I mean, that woman in the suit, right?
Sai? Yeah.
I remember you were real bothered by it. She might come back, so I guess I should tell you about it. That woman was trying to get information on Wakaba's research out of me.
The fiend.
That's what we heard in the palace.
You don't need to know what the research was about. Just know there was some trouble around it.
We already know Sojiro. Cognitive science, right? With a PSI.
Obviously, Wakaba got dragged into that as well.
She was willing to complete that research even if her life depended on it, which it ended up doing.
Now, they ruled her death as suicide. But I've got my doubts.
As you should.
Doubts. Could she have been killed?
Supposedly, there were people who wanted to take her research and use it for their own benefit. Don't get me wrong, though. I don't have a lick of evidence. That's why I haven't told Futaba any of this. I don't want to cause her any more trouble.
It sounded like she had suspicions of her own based on what she said in the palace.
Because all the circumstances surrounding Wakaba's death were ultra shady, dude.
Still, there's one thing I regret. It was right before Wakaba died. She told me, I think I might die.
Honestly, Sojiro, there was literally nothing you could have done.
I brushed it off, thinking it was just a joke. But if I had just taken her seriously...
You would have been exactly as powerless, and you might have witnessed it as well.
That's another reason I took Futaba in. Redemption.
And maybe also one of the reasons why he agreed to take us on?
She went through such horrible things. Those heartless adults just yelled at the poor girl. Hey, how do you heal emotional scars?
They'll heal on their own.
I agree. I'm waiting for it to happen, but...
You won't have to wait too much longer, boss.
Futaba?
Well. Like,
It's cold.
like nothing ever happened, dude. But this must be like a complete culture shock to Sojiro.
Huh?
You can't sell this.
Never mind that. How did you get here?
I walked.
You're okay?
Of course.
Was that bad?
That's not it. I'm just shocked to see you out of the house.
I'm sorry I worried you.
For all these years. He's crying, but it's an emotional situation.
It's all right.
By the way, what's the date today?
It's August 21st.
It's the 21st.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Wow. We should be real with her, though. We should definitely tell her. Medjed? Right.
Oh, that's it.
Okay, because I'd forgotten that too. We got sucked into Wakaba's backstory, but dude, we're past our deadline.
Let's take care of it now. Come.
Is she... Okay, I was about to say, are we showing her the hideout? Apparently some ATMs aren't working. I heard someone's tampering with the system. Is it Megjed? No, it couldn't be. What are the police doing? They're so incompetent. Even the Phantom Thieves couldn't stop them. Don't count us out just yet. The 21st ain't over.
It's my turn to help out.
It is the start of a beautiful friendship.
Megjed. Now how do we cook them?
Let's, after all they put us through, eliminate them.
Violent much?
Hey, Futaba. We don't have much time left. Are you sure you could do this?
The kitty talked?
Yeah. Yes, it did.
Is this a dream?
No, you're fully awake.
I'm going back to sleep.
It is not a dream! Get up! Say something!
I'll explain later.
Right.
Now hurry it up!
I guess it doesn't matter. Let's get cracking.
You're just tapping away over there. Are you sure this will work?
You don't see the screens, Morgana? We've got Epic Hacker Girl working on our behalf now. We're fine.
Mm-hmm. Hey, Futaba! I don't think she can hear me. Talk about intense concentration.
All the better for us.
This place is so messy. I'm surprised she could focus at all.
I'm not.
Futaba, you should really clean your room a bit.
She just came out of her funk, okay? Leave her alone.
Huh. She's not listening. Oh well. Just waiting around is boring. Let's clean the place up.
All right, well. Playing housekeeper for Futaba.
Whew. It looks a little better now, don't you think?
Yeah, you can see everything.
Well, Futaba, we're done on our end. Are you finished yet? She can't hear a word I'm saying.
She's too busy being Epic Hacker Girl.
Guess we'll just have to keep waiting.
Hopefully we'll have good news to report to the rest of the Phantom Thieves.
I'm done! What's up? Something happened?
Explain it for us, plebes, please.
It's finished.
Finished? What is?
It's so clean. Why?
We had to help out a little bit. This is gonna be the start of a deal.
We cleaned it. Anyway, is it true? Did you really take care of Megjed?
I handled them, and someone else handled my room.
The someone else being us, but what'd you do to Megjed, dude? Come on.
I don't understand, but this is good.
Futaba?
Well, that's it for that, I guess.
Hey, Futaba, what's wrong? She's sleeping. Well, it looks like it's been taken care of. I guess we should get home and sleep too.
I guess it could have been worse, all things considered. I heard the bank servers got taken over. That has to be fake, right? There's no way. I'm scared. What's going to happen? Are the police taking action? They're ignoring it? Seriously? Still, I'm sure the Phantom Thieves will do something. We have. That's why there's been no retaliation. So Futaba's awake? Awesome. And has Megjed been taken care of? More importantly, how's Futaba doing? She's back asleep. Seriously? She must have been quite exhausted. I can't say I blame her at all. If Medjed's been affected, it will surely make the news. That should be enough to confirm whether or not the deed's been done. Then why don't we all watch the news together? Yes, we should meet up at LeBlanc as usual. See you tomorrow, guys!
We should be in the clear now, right?
Of course. There's no way she didn't come through. Be able to watch that beautiful fallout together. I don't know. Maybe it'd be better if we just stayed in today. We've got that other game. Makes us gutsier. We don't really need more guts. But I guess it's...
Oh!
Do we have a DVD? Yeah, we don't have a DVD. Well, I guess there's no problem with being gutsier. Alright, Starfornius, what you got for us?
Okay.
Let's start up Starfornius. This game is about space battles, huh? So I guess this little thing here is your spaceship? Wow, you're blasting away the enemy ships one after another. Not bad for a beginner. Oh, there are no more enemies on screen. Did you win?
Hey, wait!
What the heck? That thing is huge! It must be the boss. Hey, I think you're supposed to aim for the core in the middle. Try focusing your fire there. Press X enough times before the timer runs out. Okay, that's not difficult at all.
Nice!
Amazing! It's blowing up!
Hey!
You actually managed to beat the level. I'm impressed. I bet jumping into the enemy barrage increased your guts. Doing it without any sort of boost from our fortune confidant, though. Well, it's getting late. Let's head to sleep soon, okay? Oh well, can't all be great. And now for the fruits of all this labor. What's this? Are you serious? No way, I can't believe it. This isn't a joke, is it? They lost? How could this happen? So, what happened? What has occurred? Hey, your friends are here. Hurry down.
What's up?
Alright, guys. Let's watch the fireworks just for us.
So you're finally up, huh? Don't slack off just because you're on summer vacation.
Oh, we have not been slacking off. Not that you need to know any more about that, though.
Yo, you look tired.
We've made ourselves at home.
Late last night, it was discovered that someone has tampered with the hacker group Medjid's website. The site's main page now displays what is thought to be the mark belonging to the Phantom Thieves.
Ooh, kill him.
More so, the personal information of a Japanese man, a possible Medjid member, was illegally publicized.
Futaba got to doxing.
Aren't these the guys people have been up in arms about?
Medjid has yet to issue an official reply.
Of course, they're running scared because they don't want to be next.
Furthermore, their previously announced cleanse of Japan has remained unimplemented for now. Some speculate that they have taken this series of events seriously and ultimately canceled their plan.
You do not want to go away for cyber terrorism wherever your neck of the woods happens to be for that.
Yeah.
Yes!
Pyramid of Wrath?
What are you all smirking about?
Plundered. Something great happened.
Well, stop it. You're gonna drive away all my customers.
With all our grinning and merriment?
After the commercial break, we will be asking guests from various fields about this turn of events.
But there ain't any customers.
Ryuji, you're not supposed to say that out loud.
Can it? My customers are on summer vacation too.
Ah, boss made a funny.
Oh crap, I just realized our break's almost over.
About time, because we have plenty of books to read.
There are still 10 days left.
I want to go somewhere, but we can't just leave Futaba-chan alone.
We should invite her along.
Some things still concern me too. Like that research.
Let's not discuss this in front of boss.
Whoa! Did you just get up?
Heyo.
Good morning.
She's scared of the rest of us?
It seems she's cautious of us.
Hey, why don't we go upstairs? If any customers come, she'll be even more afraid.
Why don't you go with them, Futaba? Have fun.
We're her friends now, officially.
It's about time my regulars show up anyway, so I don't want you guys loitering around my store.
We'll be able to get her official induction
The
done.
fact that there were no damages due to the hacker's actions is but an afterthought.
Oh, shut up, Shido.
The issue I want to make clear is the attitude of the police, and more importantly, the government.
What do you mean?
Are they doing their best to find an effective countermeasure against these phantom thieves? Is it not the government's duty to create a society where its citizens can live without worry? Unfortunately, the current cabinet is powerless. As such, they should be disbanded.
He got on television and started talking that good stuff, dude.
I believe now is the time for me to risk my political career in hope of making a new reality. A new political system that goes beyond parties or factions. An ideal country of peace and order.
This politician seems quite promising.
That's an interesting reaction to have.
I have to agree. I hope he can work to ease the anxieties of the elderly.
What do you think, boss?
Oh, sorry. I wasn't listening.
Too busy trying to hate Shido to death from across the television. Ooh. All right. Time to see who our next target is. Even though we already know, but still.
So the Phantom Thieves only stole the heart of Futaba Sakura? And Mejid was in turn defeated by her real-world hacking abilities?
Oh yeah.
This does correlate to the facts as we know them. If he's telling the truth, then Wakaba Ishiki didn't commit suicide. Did a third party target her life with the goal of destroying her research?
To keep it all for themselves? Maybe. There's a conspiracy afoot, Sai.
Wakaba's death was 2 years ago. That also coincides with when the incident started occurring.
Interesting. That means that Futaba had to have been 13 or 14 when she decided to change her last name to Sojiro's. Because she'd have been Futaba Ishiki before that.
Does this other metaverse user that Madarame and Kaneshiro mentioned really exist? Earlier, I briefly mentioned about those psychotic breakdown incidents that have alarmed the public. All of a sudden, people will lose consciousness or become violent. A situation as incomprehensible as that can't be explained away as troubled social conditions.
Exactly!
I suspect that these cases are all connected to a larger man-made plot.
We've well and truly sucked her in.
The method involved always muddled the explication, but your story has virtually confirmed its viability.
And filled in a bunch of holes, some you didn't even know were there, but you were definitely going to stumble into.
Although I wouldn't have expected a new criminal to come to light from your testimony. What did your group think of this other metaverse user?
We weren't thinking too much about the other metaverse user at all at this point, actually. Not so different from us.
So you were aware that what you were doing wasn't the pure justice you envisioned? Well, no matter how you thought of them, there can be no doubting your resolve. Are those incidents because of you or someone else? Either way, I will get to the bottom of this.
And we'll be there with you every step of the way. Bond with Sai is going deeper. Rank 3.
All right.
Now, let's move on to your next crime. Kunikazu Okumura. You should know who he is, considering what happened.
Yeah.
Your testimony regarding this incident will be serious. I'm sure you understand why. Answer my next question carefully. What did you do to this Okumura?
Alright, Sai, we'll tell you everything. We won't leave anything out.
To think, the cognitive version of a person would transform into such a horrible monster and attack us. That means our enemies aren't limited to shadows.
Nope, these distortions can be dangerous too.
I thought the other people were just victims, like the slaves at the castle or the walking ATMs.
It all depends.
Even though they seem to be alive, they're only part of the backdrop. The environment.
But cognitive Wakaba was the focal point of Futaba's distortion.
In other words, the palace ruler determines the form and strength of their cognitions.
Yes, she was quite the locus of power.
I would have loved to ask Futaba's mother how far along she was with her research.
Research, huh? She was looking into that cognitive science stuff, yeah?
If we put together all the information we've gathered up to this point...
I like how Futaba's basically just been de facto inducted into our ranks. We're just discussing everything in front of her now.
Abuse of cognitive science can lead to death, and it may even relate to the psychotic breakdown incidents. Considering the cognitive aspect, I sense a strong connection between it and the metaverse. On top of that, the research might have been stolen and used by someone else.
You mean those guys that showed Futaba-chan the fake suicide note?
Yeah, the ultra shady dudes.
If that is the case, those people are unforgivable.
I'm with you, Yusuke.
Hey, Futaba, is there anything else you can remember? She is quite difficult.
She is really weird right now. Oh.
That smell.
Yusuke.
Come on, no fair.
Hey, can I snag a bite?
They're all so hungry.
Meanie.
Why don't we take a short break?
Yeah, since everybody is fiending for some food.
I've been thinking, even if Futaba is a genius, could she really crush an international hacker organization that easily?
She did it. We're still here. Our identities haven't been revealed. I'm inclined to trust her abilities.
The one who taunted the Phantom Thieves was a guy in Japan. I knew the Medjed members in Japan weren't anything special, so I wasn't worried.
Oh, wow.
How do you know that?
Her power level is maximum.
Because I'm the founder.
Oh, that is true, isn't it?
What do you mean? Should we take that literally?
Yep, it was only me at first, back when I was referred to as the Hacker of Justice. But since I stayed anonymous, a bunch of guys from all over the world started using the name.
Wow.
And those were the ones committing cybercrimes.
It was a hassle to expose all of them, so I just left them be.
So Futaba was the true Medjed, and we were freaking out over some weak-ass dipshits?
Some guys who never had any power to begin with, which is why she was so confident she'd be able to take them down.
You should have told us from the start, Futaba.
But then we never would have changed her heart.
I discarded the Medjed name a while ago. I'm Alibaba now.
Futaba, what do you want to do now?
Join up with us, dude.
Since you know our secret, we'd like you to join our team.
Make you just as culpable so you won't turn on us. Because right now you could still clean break from us.
Okay.
Oh. Golden.
Just like that?
This may even ensure our investigation of mementos goes along smoothly.
Yeah.
Well, I guess.
Morgana, feeling a little salty that you've been replaced?
Well, Futaba's real amazing. She's gonna be a big help for us, huh?
Say, Futaba, how did you find out about us?
Because of our unencrypted chat logs, no doubt.
Secret.
Where did you learn to hack?
Private.
When did you obtain the nav?
I refuse to answer.
Jeez, dude. But we at least know the answer to that. It was only a few days ago. Well, a few weeks ago.
Futaba-chan sure is unique. Still, it'll be a problem if she doesn't open up to us some more.
It's our job to hang out with her, make her more friendly.
At the very least, we need to be able to communicate normally with her.
What should we do?
Let's get to know her.
How?
First, we'll need to help her open up to us.
It seems like we should have a nice little welcoming party for Futaba, just like everybody else got.
If we each spend an entire day with her, maybe she'll get more used to being around us.
So that's gonna eat up a lot of our days. Well, only one day for us it should be.
I see. We do have the time thanks to summer vacation.
Yeah, I like how that piqued her interest. Now she's tuned into the conversation.
We can begin tomorrow.
Let's go to the beach. There'll be tons of people there. Plus, we got totally dried out in that desert.
That's a great idea. I forgot I hadn't gone to the beach yet.
Excuse me.
What do you mean? We made these plans, and you're included in them now. It's part of being a phantom thief.
I'll come by tomorrow. See you then.
Let me help as well. I don't have anything planned.
Thanks. We can set a schedule with everyone else depending on when they're free.
Okay!
All right, that works out.
Can I really do this?
Oh, you're already in. Good luck.
Why me?
You're a cat, dude. People love cats. All right, so that's... Oh.
Stress is the enemy of beauty, you know.
How can I stay calm about this?
I understand how you feel.
How could you? You, like, Sai basically has no idea what's going on. The police don't understand.
Thanks to the incident with those hackers, people are calling us incompetent.
Oh, the police are getting cyberbullied online?
And on top of all that, the Phantom Thieves are claiming justice is on their side. Don't make me laugh.
I mean, we do look pretty good right now.
Medjed was dealt with by either the Phantom Thieves themselves or some avid supporter. There are no tracks whatsoever, so they must be quite skilled. Either way, the general public recognizes the Phantom Thieves as the subjugating party.
Because we were.
They're gaining support and influence much faster than we could have anticipated.
It is indeed an abnormal situation. I'm beginning to suspect mass manipulation of some kind.
Would you care to elaborate on what the heck that means, Akashi?
It's even possible that a powerful person is behind them, plotting the psychotic breakdowns. If only I had realized sooner.
It's rare to hear you speak in that tone.
For the sake of my justice, I won't forgive them.
All right, come at us. We will definitely go toe-to-toe with you, Akashi. And now Futaba is in. Hey, I heard some people talking about us on the train home. They were saying how awesome they think the Phantom Thieves are. I've heard things too. It's becoming a huge topic of conversation. To be fair, the casualties from a Medjed attack would have been massive. It's no surprise they revere us for preventing it. It's good to hear. Yeah, it's really all thanks to Alibaba. You are a great help. It was nothing. Oh, that reminds me. Remember that stuff about ATMs and banks just stopping? That wasn't Medjed, was it? Nope, that was totally separate. So people were overreacting to mere coincidence? Either that or those rumors were never true to begin with. You seem to be quite talkative in these conversations. Is that so? I'll shut up then. Well, I don't think I get it, but I'm pretty sure she's angry. You gotta apologize, Yusuke. Me? Why?
Hey, is this really going to be okay? I'm worried about how things will be from now on.
She definitely brings a certain liveliness to the group. Alright. So that's Futaba recruited. Training Futaba's gonna be a lot of work, more than stealing someone's heart. Now that's my Phantom Thieves! I knew they'd pull it off! This definitely proves the justice of the Phantom Thieves. You may be right. Right? It feels great! Even the guys who had been criticizing the Phantom Thieves basically have to accept them now. The news has been spreading like wildfire too. I'll give it an extra boost on my site as well. I bet the approval rating will be through the roof tomorrow. Look forward to it.
Why is he, of all people, getting excited about this?
A lot of his self-image is wrapped up in us. He's developed quite the parasocial relationship.
Well, the news really did draw a lot of attention. I can't wait to see what happens.
Same here. Ooh, the Thieves Den's been updated. So Ichiko. And it looks like it's just her. Well, we've already got to put some work in with Sojiro. And we learned the hard way last episode that we can't give him another gift. Yeah, we've got a Robos, so Ichiko will have to wait.
You got time right now?
Yeah, and our bond's not going to deepen just yet, so let's help him out.
All right then.
We've got plenty of social stats, so we can grind those, and we can grind them more efficiently now. Our bond's gonna grow stronger soon.
Thanks.
So that didn't happen last time. Please give us 12. Igor, we need 12 slots. 2 more, please. Please. We're fiending for them, dude. If we had those, it would be so much easier.
Our master would like a word with you. Stand up straight and listen closely, inmate.
That we will do, as long as he gives us those 2+ slots.
It seems you freed the heart of a frenzied girl and saved her from her haunted past. Another step has been taken to rehabilitation. You are progressing quite nicely.
Our master bestows words of praise upon you. You'd better feel honored.
We do. We'll feel even more honored when we can hold 12 personas.
By the by, more curious information has found its way to your ears. A scientist's research. It seems that world may secretly be known after all. Furthermore, that very research has been stolen and is now used by those with malicious intent. I wonder how this will change the approach you take toward your rehabilitation.
We'll keep picking targets and slapping them down. Who stole the research?
Allow me to grant you a new power worthy of your current self.
We'll take your obvious misdirection as long as we can get that power.
Though you have my aid, be sure not to let your guard down. Otherwise, you may get swept off your feet.
Bond is growing with Igor. 7. But we didn't get 2 more.
We shall meet again in the near future.
Time to go, inmate.
Still gonna make things difficult for us, huh? Alright, it wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. Oh yeah, 60%. I knew the Phantom Thieves will pull through. Can you believe they actually took down the hackers? It's cool how they don't reveal what they're doing. Who's that guy that was criticizing them? Akechi? Wow. It's pretty lame to just criticize without doing anything yourself. So now the public, now that they've become sweet on us, they're turning on Akechi.
Okay.
Makoto and Yusuke are scheduled for today, huh? I haven't seen them. What happened to them? Futaba, can you open up? Open what? The front door. Why? Won't you come too, Koza? We're in front of Futaba's house. You want to meet here and not at LeBlanc? Isn't that more comforting? You never mentioned this. It would be nice if you could hurry down soon. It's scorching hot out here. You demon! Looks like we're meeting up immediately over at Futaba's. Makoto's really going about this seriously. Yeah, blindsided her so that she couldn't deflect or think up a counter plan.
What is that supposed to be?
Huh.
Don't worry about it.
Such avant-garde design. You have excellent taste.
Oh my gosh, Yusuke. And, of course, she ate the praise right up.
Let's get started, shall we? What do you plan on doing?
Yusuke.
I'd like to simply have a normal conversation. That is the basis of true communication, after all.
Makoto speaks the truth. You seem confident.
Yes. You must be well versed in speaking when you are student council president. Don't think too hard about our conversation. We're just going to talk about ordinary topics today.
And what do you mean by ordinary topics?
Yeah, that could be anything.
You know, things like food or the weather.
Small talk.
Well then, let's begin with food. What do you like to eat, Futaba?
Organic ones.
Okay.
That wasn't exactly what I meant.
You can't eat inorganic stuff. Unless she's talking about, like, well, she's not vegan or anything, is she?
Let's try a different topic. How about the weather? I heard that this heat wave is showing no sign of stopping.
Dunno, I haven't been out.
Welp.
Oh, right.
She's skillfully dodging all your attempts at small talk, Makoto.
Makoto's getting overwhelmed. This is odd. It wasn't supposed to go like this.
She's just not normal enough for this.
By the way, Yusuke, what have you been doing this whole time?
Yes, share with the class what you're up to.
Ah, superb. Some of their heads came off when I was moving them, but I made sure to rearrange them pleasingly.
He went all out with that.
My children! What have you done to my children?
They appeared to be quite shoddily made.
Dang, dude. She probably spent like hundreds of yen on those apiece.
They're from Phoenix Rangers Neo Featherman! No, it's been hacked to bits! This is all Inari's fault!
Inari?
There's definitely some significance to that. I know it's fox-like or something. Like, it's got something to do with foxes, but...
You know? Inari sushi? The tofu things foxes eat in the old stories? What kind of fox doesn't know that?
There we go. I'd completely forgotten the explanation for that.
Inari.
Oh, they were in the perfect poses, too! There was so much work getting them set up just right. You wouldn't know aesthetics if it hit you in the face, Inari.
Oh, she's picking a fight?
How dare you say that to me? Of all people!
He's like, my pride as an artist.
Sheesh, that's not a conversation anymore. It's a full-blown argument.
And thus, one of my favorite dynamics among the Phantom Thieves has been established.
Yeah.
Yusuke's obliviousness versus Futaba's uniqueness.
I see. So their versatility allows you to recreate almost any dramatic scene you can imagine.
Mm-hmm. Victory is great for action, and Neo's got the best transforming suit. So cool.
Fascinating. Art depicts a flash of inspiration, but models offer a much different means of enjoyment.
Ah, they've come to an understanding.
Huh? Take a look at that. Futaba's having a regular conversation.
Now that we're discussing something that actually interests her.
It seems she doesn't have a problem talking to others as long as the subject interests her. I suppose the topics I brought up were not the right ones.
Yeah, Makoto, you were too normal.
So this is all I gotta do? What a breeze!
In that case, we should advance to the next step.
Doing this outside, surrounded by a bunch of strangers.
How about we have her spend time in someone else's room?
Yes. She She hasn't had many chances to leave the house yet, so that would be the perfect opportunity.
Do we still count? She was already at the attic yesterday.
Don't set the bar so high!
We'll say we'll all be there too.
Well, I guess in that case...
I've left tomorrow to An and Ryuji. He'll be there as well, so you'll be okay.
Can I wear my mask?
No, you can't.
I think it would be best if you didn't.
There's really no telling how tomorrow's going to go.
We'll know, it'll definitely be eventful. Alright, so the first step in Operation Get Futaba to come out of her shell, it went pretty well, thanks to the intervention of the one and only Inari. Not bad for her first time. She's still got a long way to go, though. I wonder how long before she's ready for the beach. Dude, people are so pumped! They're talking all about how the Phantom Thieves took down Megjed. Mishima's website has a shit ton of comments flooding in, too. The news coverage has been pretty insane as well. Yes, they have only spoken of the Phantom Thieves for the entirety of today. We've been getting attention all over the city. So, how's the one who's helped us take Megjed down doing? Futaba-chan! My Phoenix Rangers almost met their demise. Huh? It was Yusuke's fault. Don't complicate things further. Anyway, things didn't go perfectly, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. Tomorrow's goal will be to spend time in someone else's room. Futaba is a difficult personality to handle. Good luck, you two. Shut it, Inari! Alright, it's our turn next. See you tomorrow, Futaba. We have so much to talk about. Ooh, I can't wait.
Lady An and Ryuji teaming up honestly worries me. But I guess we'll see what they can do.
I've got faith in them. Alright. Shop's open. Munahisa, we haven't hung out with him in a bit. He's hanged. And we don't have any... Munahisa we'll just have to wait on. And our bond's gonna grow stronger, so let's help him out.
Alright then.
Thanks. Futaba's coming to eat today too. I'll get the curry ready. I'm leaving the coffee to you. So we haven't established our confidant. So this might be a little premature. I'm wicked full. How was the curry, Futaba? Delicious! I'm gonna be dreaming of that stuff tonight. Did it taste the same as you remember it? Yep, I feel like a dummy for not wanting to eat it back when I was depressed about my mom.
Oh, that's right!
The first episode of this brand new anime I want to watch is airing tonight. I'm out of here. Eyes in front when you walk, okay? No spacing out. You ran headfirst into a pole last time you went for a walk. Well, you stubbed your toe on the dresser the other day. Okay, so the reason why we couldn't rank Sojiro up was because we needed to wait for Futaba to be, not depressed. Aw, crap, it's gonna start! Making like a leaf and screw it. Bye. Well, she's had a complete 180. She thought it was delicious. And what about you? I think I'm addicted. Really? I guess you have pretty good taste if you can understand how incredible that curry is. Now then, there's something I should probably tell you. Here, take a seat. I'll pour you some coffee. Are you gonna tell us to stay away from Futaba?
Yeah.
Remember how I said the recipe for this curry was developed by a scientific genius? You might have realized by now, but that genius was Futaba's mother, Wakaba. In other words, that curry is one of the last remaining connections Futaba has to her mom. I first met Wakaba back when I was doing work for the government. She was a real trouble, let me tell ya. Logic prevailed over emotion for her, and she had an intricate knowledge of the human mind. I thought my pickup lines were the best in town, but not a single one worked on her. Was she like Futaba? You could say that. It was never clear what she was thinking, so I had a hard time trying to keep up with her. Men are idiots, though. We spend our time chasing after things we can't get. Wakaba rejected me time and time again, but there was one instance I managed to surprise her. And that was when I gave her a plate of my homemade curry. Ah, the way to a woman's heart is through her stomach, after all. The very next day, she came asking all about the ingredients and what goes into the cooking process. And then, just a few days later, she handed me a scientifically enhanced version of my recipe. It was incredible. She had used my curry as the basis, but it was miles better than anything I made. Curry was Wakaba's specialty from then on. Naturally, Futaba grew to love it in no time as well. But then after Wakaba's accident, Futaba stopped eating it entirely. The flavor would make her remember the pain. I've heard even smells can bring back memories too. Yup, that's very true. But that curry was the only point of connection I had with Futaba. That's why when I took her in, I vowed to keep this recipe alive until she could eat it again. Are you about to bless us with one of those curries then? It really paid off in the end. Yeah, it felt like a huge weight was lifted off my shoulders when she said it was delicious. The whole idea of pairing the curry with a nice brew was thanks to Wakaba's refinement too. Despite how introverted she seemed, she was extraordinarily perceptive of the people around her. I never even told her about my love of coffee. She figured it out just from looking at me. That was when I realized she was totally out of my league. Not like I really stood a chance to begin with, though. She already had Futaba by then, after all. Okay. This might seem like any old curry to most people, but there are tons of emotions crammed inside. So, make sure you keep the tradition going. He's passed it along to us. He's entrusted it to us. That is rank 5. Thank you for that, Sojiro. Alright, that's enough of this for tonight. Things are getting downright sappy in here. Futaba's waiting for me at home too, so I should probably be heading back.
The rest is on you.
Make sure you clean up before you go to bed. And our kindness is ranked, or maybe not ranking up, but we're getting point ups. Alright, so we've used our time pretty nicely, I guess. Hey, it's me. You finished cleaning up? Futaba's still watching anime. As long as she's in a good mood, though, I don't mind it. Seeing her so happy now makes me glad that I kept Wakaba's curry alive. It's only a problem when she asks for it 3 times a day. Sounds good to me. Don't you start on that. You gotta think about balance, nutrition, all that stuff. I gotta be strict with her. She needs to eat balanced meals so she gets vitamins that curry can't give her. But man, the expression on Futaba's face when she took a bite of that curry... forget it. Maybe I'll have to stick with curry as the staple, but I can sneak in some veggies here and there. Guess cooking really can be a labor of love. Ah, crap, I talk too much. See you later, I guess. Alright, well, we've gotten to know Sojiro's sensitive side. A side of him that really cares about Futaba. Alright.
You seem surprisingly calm. I thought you'd be more panicked.
There are no customers.
That is true. Must make things a lot easier for a former agoraphobe.
Yo!
We're here.
But... Futaba... Dang.
Sorry we're late. We were out buying stuff and I got a little caught up in what to get.
Yeah, that's a mountain of stuff.
So many snacks. What exactly do you plan on doing?
Well, summer vacation's the time when you lounge around in your room all day.
Yeah, and eating snacks is the best part of that.
Heyo.
You're gonna get fat, you know.
Shut it.
Hey, where's Futaba?
She ran away at the sight of you two.
You have done well in coming here.
Well, never mind. Yeah, she brought it.
Shit freaked me out. Hey, you Futaba?
Yep. Welcome.
Why are you wearing that?
Why indeed?
Habit. Anyway, bring it.
Not sure I get it, but let's do this.
Yeah, let's get to hanging out.
Sheesh. Looks like today's going to be another noisy day.
For real, it was freaking amazing. There were girls all over me.
Are you recounting to us a flight of fancy you may have had during school?
Wait, you don't believe a word I'm saying, do ya?
Not particularly.
It's you we're talking about here. There's no way you were ever a chick magnet.
What was that?
Agreed. As a member of the opposite sex, I sense no charm from you, Ryuji.
Oh, dang.
Plus, popular guys wouldn't go bragging about that stuff to other people.
We already killed him, now we're kicking the corpse.
I keep wondering if I should do it while I'm still young. But the dresses show a lot of skin, right? Hey, are you even listening?
There's no point talking about wedding dresses right now. None of us have significant others.
But, wedding? Yeah. What, Anna's like 16? Dang, dude, slow down.
Yep, I'm not getting married anytime soon. Can we please talk about something else?
You know, Futaba's fine having conversations.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't have any trouble speaking her mind. Seems totally normal to me.
I don't know what normal is, but if this is it, I'm happy.
Aw.
I totally thought you were gonna be some weirdo, but I guess all that worrying was for nothing.
She got acclimated to us really quickly.
I'm relieved too. I think things should keep going smoothly at this rate. By the way, what's on the agenda for tomorrow?
We're ready for that beach party, aren't we?
How about we have her try helping around the cafe?
Ah, not just yet.
That's perfect! It'll be good practice to have her up in front of strangers.
And it's probably just gonna be Koza and Morgana handling that.
Eep! Nope. Showing up in the shop at lunchtime will be like super crushing hard mode! You don't have to deal with customers if you don't want to. Maybe you could dry plates in the back.
Okay, she can be a dishwasher for a little bit. I'll be there too.
I'd be mad if you weren't.
Then it's all set. We'll be rooting for you, Futaba.
Yeah, you got this.
You're all gonna pay for this someday.
In friendship, right? In love and affection of a found familial sort of way? Did the Phantom Thieves start all these scandals too? No, I don't think those had calling cards. You know, like changing people's hearts from the shadows. Is it just me, or have there been more posts from foreigners lately? Maybe I should make a request on that forum too. You can. It's open to all. Our popularity's through the roof! You guys gotta hear this! This cute chick said she wants to go out with the Phantom Thief! But not you specifically, huh? Not surprised. As a member of the opposite sex, I sense no charm from you, Ryuji. You don't gotta say it over text, too! What in the world were you all doing today? Girl talk at LeBlanc, or more like chatting and snacking, really. So she's completed her objective for the day. Next up is practice going out in front of people. Wait, what? You'll be fine. Koza will be with you the whole time. We want to ease you into it, so your first test will be helping out at LeBlanc. Only Koza will be with you tomorrow. Good luck. We got it. Thanks for the help.
Hey!
You better make an effort tomorrow, Koza. We've got this completely handled.
Okay.
She seems to be opening up a little. Maybe we're finally inching our way to the beach? Alright, so who's up? Kawakami. We should probably hang out with her. Okay, and Hifumi, because our star confidant. No, we've got Mitra. Let's hang out with Kawakami, especially because we've got the cash. We'll be fine.
Oh.
Yeah, let's call the service.
Hi.
This is Becky. Even on a hot night, I'll help cool down your stress. So it's you. It's so hot. Your house doesn't have air conditioning, does it? Oh well, I'll endure it if you're going to request me. Master, are you hungry at all? Now we're offering special services like maid's cooking and together with a maid. With the request fee included, it'll only cost you 5,000 yen. It's practically a steal. Yep. And our bond's gonna grow stronger soon, so let's call her over.
What?
Seriously? I mean, thank you for requesting me. Then please wait for me, Master. I hope you have a big appetite. Alright, Kawakami, we really want to get that thing where she can...
Master?
Because we've got so many, like, dirty pieces of armor that need to be washed. Did you enjoy the maid's cooking and together with the maid services I provided today? The ramen looked to be pretty good. The high-end cup noodles really do make a difference, don't they? Yeah, they do. I thought you'd agree, Master. They are pretty complicated, though. It says to drain the hot water once and leave the sauce packet on the lid so it gets warm. Don't request me if you're going to complain. Besides, I already thought I warned you already. Why would you request me again? Let's say I was curious. Are you sure that's really the reason? Well, I guess I'm in no position to complain since I'm making money from it. I'm so tired. We had a faculty meeting just the other day. Why do they have to last so long?
Jeez.
Thanks to the Phantom Thieves, the students have been really restless lately. The teachers can't agree on what to do about them or the Phantom Thieves. I wish they talked more about our bonus instead. More money, but more problems. Right, Kawakami? I heard they might even cut the teachers' salaries. I'm so sick of it. I'll request you more often. Really? I'll continue to serve you with all my might, Master. I'm going to be in trouble if I don't pick up more shifts. Uh-oh. Hello?
What?
How much? I can't... Yes, but... That's true. Sure. Yes. Yes, I understand. Yes, it's my responsibility after all. Yours. Oh, did you hear that? Yeah, I'm a little behind on my sister's medical bills. You have it rough. Or are they that expensive? Apparently it's some crazy incurable disease, so there's a lot of fees and extra charges. That's why it would really help if you requested me more. Oh, never mind. You're my student. I can't keep relying on you. What am I gonna do? Anyway, it's time for me to go. Hey, feel free to call me to do housework. It doesn't have to be through the maid service. Cool. I live close by, so I can stop over whenever you need me. Besides, I'm worried that you can't cook or do laundry because you don't have your parents. Oh, and if your friends suddenly come over, I can always leave out the back way. Kawakami's kindness, come on. Yes, allows you to request Kawakami to brew coffee or do laundry for you.
All right.
So her third rank is the most important one. You can now hire Kawakami to help out at home by brewing coffee or doing laundry. She will help you save time. This isn't how it was supposed to go. In any case, I need to talk to my boss about giving me more shifts. I need to get requested more.
Good night.
Yes, we will basically have her working for like a week straight just washing all of our clothes. Oh, is this Master? Thank you for using our service today. Wasn't my meal so delicious? Did you taste all the love I put into it? But you can't just eat cup noodles, right? You need balanced nutrients. Maybe next time you can try some of my homemade cooking instead. Seriously though, you're still young, so you really need to eat properly. I'll work hard at it. Well, I hope your hard work leads to actual improvements. I mean, okay, give it your very, very best. I know this is kind of silly, but you really do need to eat healthy, okay? I mean, considering how much you spend on requesting me, you can probably afford some good food. Well, I hope you'll request me again sometime. Bye-bye. It's like 50 bucks a pop, right? Yeah, we're definitely going to continue doing that. And today is going to be the first day, right after we're done with Futaba.
Well then.
Today's the day we're having Futaba try and help out at the cafe, right? This will be a stressful turn of events. We'll be fine. Futaba will be fine. The customers, fine. Everyone's so stressed.
You want me to let Futaba help out around the shop?
Yeah, it's gonna be fine. Don't stress.
But I've never had her do anything like that before. Is she gonna be okay?
100%. I'll be there for her.
This isn't the same as taking care of a cat, you know.
Don't worry. I did graduate middle school last year.
So she's totally ready for adult life.
I'll be fine if I just think of this as my first summer job of high school.
Well, in that case, how about you wash the dishes? Just don't push yourself too hard, okay?
All right. Okay.
Hey, are you all right?
It's fine. It's just a plate. Easy enough to replace.
The usual, boss. Extra strong.
Sure thing. Keep an eye on Futaba for me.
Yeah, we'll keep her safe. You okay?
Wee wee!
All right, garçon.
She a new part-timer? Man, smooth as always. What number Bond girl is this, boss?
It's not like that.
You usually go for the older ones, right? It's only natural you'd want someone younger sometimes.
Dang, can we explain the situation to this dude so he can stop?
It's like the Guatemala peaberry coffee. Its acidic sweetness is akin to a breath of fresh air.
Okay.
Sorry, we're serving a blend today. Hey, snap out of it. Hurry up and bring him the coffee before it gets cold.
Right on it, boss.
Yo, here's your coffee.
Wow.
When in the world did she...
She moves quick.
Hey, Futaba, haven't I told you not to show up in front of people with that damn thing on? And be more polite when you're bringing something to a customer.
Here is your coffee, sir.
Well, she did a complete 180 on our waitressing style.
Thanks.
Did you see? I did my job right.
You did. Now next time, let's try it without the mask. You did great.
Huh. Turns out this is pretty easy.
To think Futaba would go out and talk to a customer herself. Mask aside, I'm impressed. Looks like people really can change.
She had quite the change of heart, didn't she?
Sojiro, want me to bring coffee to more customers?
Just take the mask off first, and yes, free labor is free labor.
Mask off first.
I'll think about it.
Alright, so that went pretty well. Like I said, it was all gonna be fine. Time to report the good news. Did anyone here share information about our real identities? No, why would we do that? Like hell we do that. I mean, okay. Ryuji does run his big mouth from time to time, but never on purpose. Why the question? I overheard someone in the city saying they're our acquaintance. Talk about false rumors. But hey, at least we're famous enough to have rumors about us. We might even break into the news online, or maybe TV. Yeah, if we ain't bigger. Right? By the way, how did today go? I served coffee to customers. She did good. That's great, Futaba-chan. Anyways, you better get used to it fast. You can't be a phantom thief if you're scared of people. I'll try my best.
We're on a roll.
Futaba's been working really hard. And then there's Ryuji. It's like he doesn't have a care in the world. He's gonna get in trouble somewhere down the line if he keeps this up. Alright, and then tomorrow? Mask aside, I really think she's built up some confidence. Alright, so first we're gonna request Kawakami for the very first time, that crossword puzzle.
Oh.
Yeah, let's call the service. Oh, she's not wearing the thing. I work on Friday and Saturday evenings, so you should request me then.
Bye.
If I end up working other than Friday or Saturday evenings, I'll contact you. Okay, see ya. Alright, so it's only Friday or Saturday evenings, so her schedule has changed now.
Hey, hey.
Semesters. Oh, okay. Gallery was the last one that we did. And I guess who else is ready to hang out? We'd rank Sojiro up. Chihaya and Oya. Everybody's cool to rank up. Let's see, because if Yoshida, I don't know if he needs... He said he's only available on Sunday. So if he ends up not needing a persona to rank up, then we'll be able to get rid of this Sun one and exchange it for something else. Poverty, working poor. Our country's job market is terrible. Depression and suicide are on the rise, and the young workforce is being crushed on a daily basis. The evil that permeates the corporate world has filtered down into society.
It's quite hot.
Isn't it, Hibiya-kun? I'm sweating profusely. Be sure to drink plenty of water and stay hydrated. You don't want to get heat stroke. I'm giving a speech again today. Do you think you can lend me a hand with it? Alright, so yeah, we do need it for him.
Right away, then.
Then let's get to it. Can you please hold the placard? Alright. Let's hope no good Tora doesn't freak out. Passing on the societal ills we have created to the next generation is not right. It will take time to solve this problem. However, we must start by making small changes. I hope you gleaned something useful from today's speech. Regardless of the audience's size, you must convey your thoughts as if you're talking one-on-one. By the way, I forgot to ask you last time we spoke. Why do you want to become a politician? I want to change the world. Ambitious indeed, if a little ambiguous. Well, I'm sure you'll iron out the details as you go along. May I ask you one more question? What kind of politician do you want to be? One with conviction. Yes, don't ever forget that. Although what's important is what lies within.
You're right.
Allow me to give you some advice. If you aspire to get into politics, you must possess a central philosophy. What is it that you want to accomplish? We want to change a whole lot of hearts really quickly. That is the foundation of a great speech. You do well to remember that. That was helpful. I'm glad. By the way, my philosophy is...
Very well.
Never give up until your voice is heard. To get your message across, be tenacious in conveying your thoughts to the audience. Have a firm point of view and communicate it clearly. That's the first rule of negotiating. You have me reliving the fighting spirit I had when I first became a politician. Alright, Yoshida explained the basis of the basics of speech giving. I feel like my bond with him is growing deeper. Rank 2, diplomacy. Occasionally ask for more money or items during negotiations. Alright.
Alright.
Uh-oh. Get the hell out of here, no good Tora. No good Tora. They're right. I am no good. Jeez, dude. My apologies. We're done for today. And our charm went up. But we're already pretty charming.
I shall ask you again another time.
Oh well. We'll see. Hey, I wanted to thank you for today. I'm sorry you had to see me acting like such a coward right after I gave you that self-important lecture too. But I'm quite a stubborn individual myself. I hope today's incident was at least a good example of what not to do, but what do you think? Did you take anything useful from it? It was helpful. That's a relief. I have to say, it was almost nostalgic for me. It reminded me of my earlier days. I hope our talks from now on will keep giving you the direction you need. Well, I hope to see you again soon. Goodbye. Alright, yeah. I mean, getting that one thing shouted at him and then turning into a complete wreck, I'm not sure about that, but he's so annoying. I wish the Phantom Thieves would take care of him. That would be awesome. Why not make a request on the forum? That Akechi is all talk, isn't he? Why is he so hostile toward the Phantom Thieves? Right? Some people just can't read the mood. But soon, it should be starting back up.
Well then.
Let's see, our plans for today are beach. Huh? Do we not have anything planned? I'm out shopping with Makoto. We'll head over when we're done. Honestly, I wanted to bring Futaba along with us. We can't just take her into crowds like that, though. That'd be way too soon. Sometimes drastic measures are necessary. Such spiky words. You know you'll need to do this someday, right? Actually, Queen's clothes have lots of spikes too. They'd probably pierce my hand if I touched them. I've honestly considered that possibility as well. Not you too, Yusuke. Hey, this sounds like fun. I want to join in. We're all gonna stab ourselves on our spikes. We're talking to Futaba. This doesn't involve you. Note, An is cold to Ryuji. Don't take notes on this. Anyway, look forward to us coming over. My heart's pounding. Just what are they scheming? Might be beach related, you never know. But Kawakami, she says she works Fridays and Saturdays, right? I'm so curious who the Phantom Thieves really are. Miss! Want me to steal your heart? Is that a pickup line? Don't make me laugh. Apparently they're even famous overseas? Isn't that nuts? I wish I could join the Phantom Thieves. Well, you can't. You need to go through some horrendous trauma and be centralized to the Aoyama Ikshome.
Today's the 4th day already. Getting a little better at dealing with other people?
The Aoyama Ikshome area.
I don't know. Can't really tell.
And it seems to us like you've been improving steadily.
People cannot change their deep-seated habits that easily.
Well, let's just say you've made some progress for now.
No! Stop it! You're gonna blow my cheeks off!
But they're so pinchable.
Man, those girls are late. What do they think they are making us wait like this?
Hello. Please excuse us. Apologies for the lateness. We were looking at multiple items and weren't sure which to choose.
All right.
Looking? Looking at what?
Something to do at the beach.
A swimsuit, of course, for Futaba-chan.
There we go.
A swimsuit?
You don't have one, do you?
No, but...
Then we went ahead and, cut off a necessary problem.
Okay, let's have you try it on right now then.
In front of everybody. I mean, not in front of us. Like, there's a thing downstairs, but like, she'll strut her stuff in front of us.
Now? You can't go to the beach if you don't have a good-fitting swimsuit. We don't have much time left, you know.
You know what'll happen if you try and look, right?
That fistic justice times 4.
Oh, wow, it's perfect. I'm amazed you were able to eyeball it with such accuracy on. I know, right? There we go. It's on. What the? This barely covers anything.
That's how swimsuits tend to work.
That's normal for a swimsuit. Now, we just need to push these a little more this way. Yeah!
Push?
Ryuji, super tuned into the conversation.
Are you supposed to move them with that much force? You gotta put some oomph into this stuff. There. Good to go. Whoa, even I'm impressed.
I wonder what they're doing up there.
It's the secret things that women do, Ryuji.
They're having her try on the swimsuit, right? What else could they be doing?
Morgana, you know how humans are, dude. Why don't you tell us?
Futaba in his swimsuit, I suspect that would make a great painting. Perhaps we should ask Makoto about it.
Yeah, you go do that. You leave we out of it, and then we'll peel you off the wall when she's done. Let's say, go for it, Ryuji.
Me?
Yeah.
I humbly request you do so as well.
Hell no!
You guys are such children.
What's with all the ruckus upstairs? Something about a swimsuit?
Oh, they're upstairs. I don't know why I thought they were all crammed into the bathroom.
Yeah, we're going to the beach pretty soon, so they're trying some swimsuits out.
Futaba's going to the beach.
Yeah, due to complete change from how she was even a month ago.
I didn't think I'd ever see her take that much interest in going outside again.
Well then, it seems we're good to go with the swimsuit. All flattery aside, I think it looks really great. Now you just gotta get rid of those round shoulders. Come on, straighten out your back.
On teaching her how to strut her stuff. What'd I tell ya?
Right.
She might be some trouble, but I hope she can make some great memories with you guys.
Oh yeah, dude. It's gonna be all fun times from here on out, except for the really, really bad times. But then it's gonna be fun times. We've got swimsuits. We're totally ready to hit the beach. All that's left is for Futaba to prepare herself mentally. I can do this. I think. Maybe. So you're not confident. Shut up, Inari. It's finally starting to feel like summer vacation. Still, I've been thinking about some things now that matters have calmed down a little more. Like what? The psychotic breakdowns, cognitive science, and the one in the black mask. I wonder who they are. Do you think they're going for the same thing we are? That said, we don't have enough information right now. We'll need to investigate more. I'll help out too. Can we talk about this some other time? I'm so damn sleepy. Okay, good night then. Futaba-chan, good luck tomorrow too. Alright, and now we get to hang out. Hopefully we can hire Kawakami. The chief had such high expectations of us. We need to work harder to help Futaba make some good memories. We'll be able to see who wants to hang. Okay, Ichiko. I think we'll stop putting her off.
Oh!
Yeah, let's call this service.
Hi!
I'm Becky, Gorilla Maid of the Maid World. The type of work we do depends on how... Oh, it's you. As long as you request me, I'll do your housework for just 5,000 yen. And our bond's not going to deepen just yet. Let's call her over. And then afterwards,
Then I'll head over.
we can ask her to do laundry for us. Kawakami cleaned my room. She seems to be thankful that I requested her.
Thank you for using our service.
What the heck? Oh my gosh. Well, that's one evening wasted.
So what should we do today?
We're going to the beach to distract from our crushing waste of time last night.
Let's see. Want to eat together? You know, like how we had hot pot that one time.
Well, the beach is going to be the celebration.
That may be a good idea. It'll be a great way to strengthen our intra-squad friendships.
I can do that.
Yeah, hot pot with the fam.
Okay, I'll take a cola and an omelet with rice. Oh, and make that a large, please.
I'd like the same.
Do you have the money?
No, but this is for Futaba's sake.
What do you mean, no?
Fine. You owe me, got it?
Good guy Ryuji.
I want the same. Extra large.
Oh.
I ate loads.
Damn, Futaba, I'm impressed.
Yeah, looks like she could give Kasumi a run for her money.
Indeed, your appetite is quite nice to see. I much prefer that to women who don't eat a lot.
You better not be hitting on me.
How rude.
Sojiro, help me!
Will you stop that?
Making Yusuke look like the bad guy?
So does this mean our training's going good?
Yeah, if she can joke around with us. I think so.
Let's go with that then.
Hey, let me make you guys some after-meal coffee. It's on me.
Do not mind if we do.
Thank you.
I want iced cocoa.
You can't handle bitter stuff either, right? Iced cocoa sound good?
Yeah, definitely. Extra cold, please.
Oh, that's making me a little thirsty for something extra cold.
I don't think we've ever had a lunch this lively.
It's lots of fun.
All right. So she had fun with the boys, and now it's time to have fun with the team. Maybe not. Hey, what do you think we should do about the beach trip? Does it look like she can go soon? Well, she has started to talk a lot more. She's made great progress compared to how she was at the beginning. Thoughts, Futaba? Will you be able to do this tomorrow, perhaps? Tomorrow? That's too soon. I want to prepare myself. When is good for you? I should be good if it's the day after tomorrow. I think. We'll go the day after tomorrow then. Just let us know if you aren't up for it, Futaba, okay? It's alright. I can do this.
Looks like we know when we'll actually finish up now. The beach is finally within reach.
Now we just have to figure out where the heck we went wrong at with Kawakami.
Okay.
Well, we made it this far. Let's see how tomorrow goes. I shake with desire. She has to be cringing writing that stuff.
Hi.
Request her today.
Hey.
How do we get her to do the thing? Maybe we have to... Maybe we have to run over to the stuff. Because I think that might be it. Uh-oh. Because we're about to rank up with her.
Okay.
It might be... Okay, it might be good to ask Kawakami to handle this for you. Then you can spend time on something else. Or would you rather sell it at the store and keep... No, we're not going to sell this stuff. Alright. So we're going to do the Sooty Divine Armor. Add another item. Sooty Wolf's Coat. Why am I not being prompted to ask Kawakami to do this for me?
Come on.
Master?
Hold on. Why is this not... Confidant? Housekeeping, slack off. But how do we do that? Because obviously, like, calling her at the thing's not working. Going to these places and asking her to do it for us isn't working.
Okay. Come on.
How do we do this? I feel like okay, because I know I did it, I know I did it before. I'm definitely missing something super obvious, like an idiot. Well, we'll hang out with her. Yeah.
Hey.
Let's call her over.
Thank you so much.
Yay! I love you, Master. Okay, I'll come over there right away. Why can't we?
Hey.
So, Master, I want to provide more services for you. What are you scheming?
Definitely not.
I'm definitely not scheming anything, meow. I just want to get requested more. I'm really good at giving massages, meow. I'll massage you anywhere you like. Well, how was that? The thing is, I talked to my boss about picking up more shifts. But he said that he prioritizes younger women. How rude. Seriously, you didn't have to say that right to my face. I mean, age has nothing to do with cleaning a room. And I look damn good for my age if I do say so myself. The girls in my neighborhood always tell me I'm pretty. And the latchkey kid who lives next door always asks me to tie up her hair. Thanks to that, I'm an expert with these pigtails now. See? So I'm damn good for... Wait, don't tell me I'm the only one who thinks this way.
Master?
Would you please give me your honest opinion? Tell us how we can have you do stuff, dude. I look pretty good as a maid, don't I? You need to love yourself. Or let's just tell her what she wants to hear. Yes, you do. Really? I'm going to take your word for it. You go out of your way to request me, and all I do is sit here and vent to you. What the heck am I saying? You're my student. My double life as both a teacher and a maid is so exhausting. Maybe I let my guard down because you know both sides of me. The more I come here, the more I feel like I can relax. As a maid, I'm supposed to help my master relax, but instead, I'm the one who's being helped. Yes, you are. How do we have you help us, dude?
Sorry.
I'm such a terrible maid. Kawakami's kindness. Yeah, kindness.
All right.
So...
I have to confess something. I lied about the reason why I need to make more money. Yeah, we knew that much. I don't have a sick sister. All that stuff about the fees and charges was a lie too. I already knew that. I can't get requested unless I make up those types of stories. See, you understand now, right? Nothing good will come from involving yourself with a terrible person like me. You're just in debt, like basically everybody. It's a good lesson learned. Let's just put an end to this. Not until we figure out how to get you to actually wash our clothes, dude. Thank you for using our service. God dang it. Such BS.
Okay.
Just one more day to go. Tomorrow we hit the beach. Hey, are you there? Sorry, but I need your help with the dishes. Help with the dishes! Yeah, we got that. Is Futaba here too? That means we're not only helping out at the cafe, but we're also babysitting Futaba today too. Well, the faster we get started, the faster we'll finish. Alright. Should be easy enough.
You want anything, Futaba?
Orange juice, 100% natural.
The pulpy stuff.
That reminds me. You're going to the beach tomorrow, yeah?
We are indeed.
Go have fun, and make up for the fireworks. Just try not to cut loose too much.
Oh, it's too late for that, Sojiro.
Fireworks?
Oh, yeah. You wouldn't know. He tried to go to a firework festival, but it got rained out.
Yes, it was truly a tragedy among tragedies.
Not only did he get crushed in the crowd, he came home looking like some kind of drowned rat.
Fireworks, huh?
Ooh.
Hello.
Okay, Akachi.
Oh, welcome.
You want to go to the beach with us tomorrow, dude?
Oh, you're...
Huh? You know each other?
Oh yeah, this is the first time he's seen us in this capacity.
Wait, aren't you...
I'm Akechi.
Oh yeah, the one on TV and stuff. So what brings you here, Mr. Detective?
A nice ice-cold cup of joe?
This place is more than I imagined it to be. The atmosphere is wonderful. No wonder Sai-san recommended it so strongly to me.
Sai put you up to coming here? Yeah, it's like, Sojiro, what's she playing at?
I already told her everything I know. There's nothing more I've got for you people.
Oh no, that's not my intention. I just came to enjoy some coffee.
Oh.
And she is?
She's, our friend. Also kind of none of your business.
Oh, you must be Wakaba Ishiki's...
Wow, dude, he just came in here basically saying he knows everything.
What'll it be?
I'll have whatever you recommend.
Coming right up.
So a coffee and curry. It still sounds like an odd combination to me.
Huh. Come no matter where I go.
You came in here saying all the wrong things, dude. I think I could only really enjoy it if it was, like, iced coffee. That's surprising.
Did I bother you? My apologies. Apparently, my mother was in a relationship with some lowlife of a man.
Okay. I forgot how abrupt this was, dude. He came in here and was just like, let me tell you my life story. All of it, basically, for no reason. This is random, but okay.
She was swiftly discarded when he learned she was pregnant. That despair would lead to her death.
Just out of completely nowhere. Everybody's yucking it up, having a good time. Akachi's like, my mother, she grew up so lonely and abused.
Thanks to him, I was passed from foster home to foster home. But I do quite well by myself these days.
The Japanese foster system, dude. Sounds like the American one.
Ah yes, Mejed, down by another hacker. I'm not sure whether Mejed was defeated by the Phantom Thieves themselves, or an avid supporter.
And this is why no one likes you, Akachi, except you're a very popular character, probably more popular than, Ren, Koza here.
You're Futaba-chan, right? Sai-san told me about you.
Makes sense. He's our senpai, yeah.
Many kids your age seem to be fans of the Phantom Thieves.
He said to a girl who's at most 3 years younger than him.
Do you like them too? What's the matter?
You're popular too, Ace Detective Akechi.
There you go. He still retains that. Oh, no. She called him Ace Detective.
Thank you. Although I'd rather not be compared to people like the Phantom Thieves, if at all possible.
It's okay.
This is delicious. You get to drink this coffee every day? I'm incredibly jealous. I would never have thought you'd be boarding at this cafe. We seem to share some kind of bond.
I don't know. All of this seemed really freaking random, dude. Just completely out of nowhere. But I like you too, Akechi, so we'll let it slide. I agree.
Thank you. I believe that fate brings people together. It's strange, but talking to you is thought-provoking. Well, I think I found my go-to cafe.
We'd be delighted to have you again. What is it, Yokozawa LeBlanc or something like that. You know Akechi? That annoying dude? I always change the channel when I see him. All he ever does is nitpick. There's no way the Phantom Thieves are the bad guys. He's so desperate. It's kind of lame. Yeah. Now, if we turned out to be chumps, Akechi would be getting lionized, but... Come out right now. I'm outside LeBlanc. Alright. How you feeling?
Wanna light fireworks?
We do too. Let's hop to it.
Can we? I bought some.
You went by, or did you go with Morgana?
I went by myself. I just ran into Mona on the way back.
Wow, she's improved quite a bit. All within the span of a week, even.
I'll go get Sojiro. I was worried, so I decided to follow her. She was able to buy everything on her own, though. If she can do that, she should be good to go. Plus, she did a great job dodging that ace detective. Sojiro, hurry, hurry! We're gonna have a firework festival!
Oh, hold on, Futaba. I haven't even put out my cigarette yet.
Not that you should be smoking it indoors, which apparently is not a concern in Japan. Can't you taste the fun, Morgana?
Come on! Don't get the smoke on me! Super double move! Whee! Will you listen to...
It's fun, Morgana. Open your lungs, fill your nostrils.
Hey, the cat doesn't like the smoke. Keep the flames away from him.
Sojiro, what are you, Morgana's keeper?
Dang! I made a huge one! Sojiro, look! Look!
Right. Just be careful, okay? Memories of summer, huh?
Yup. Making them in the springtime of our youth.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna do 10 now!
Let's make sure we don't burn the whole place down.
No!
Well, I'm glad Morgana had a whole barrel of fun. Does she think I'm some kind of toy? Alright, we're going to the beach tomorrow. I've been anticipating this for so long. We'll be entrusting care of Futaba to you, Koza. Alright. I'll be good on my own, you know. I only ask that you try not to get separated from each other in the crowd, okay? No worries. I've already made preparations for when that happens. For when it happens, not if. That don't make me feel better.
Make sure you keep an eye on her. It's tough enough going solo, let alone watching over someone else. Still, going to enjoy the beach. We can finally have a good time.
All true. Alright, who wants to hang? It is Sunday. Let's see how Yoshida is doing. I'd like to request your help with another speech. I've been feeling more courageous with you around. How's your schedule looking today? And our bond's gonna grow stronger, so yeah, let's head over immediately. Thank you. Please come to the front of Shibuya Station, or I'll be waiting. To the front of Shibuya Station we go.
Everyone.
That you possess free will does not mean that you can always do as you please. To make your decisions based simply on loss and gain is to act like a heartless machine. The reason so few people care about their fellow man is because so few have the energy to do so. That dude over there in the corner looks like he's ready to clock Yoshida. We politicians have fallen short of our goal to change society. We need your support more than ever. That approach isn't going to work. You have to get the voters more excited. You're going to completely lose the hearts and minds of the people. Again, what I'd like to say is...
What?
Councilman Matsushita... It's been so long since we last spoke. I wanted to stop by to see how you were doing. Oh, you have a high schooler volunteering for you, huh? My times have changed. Do you know about the Kuramoto children? Yes, Mr. Yoshida told me. That was nearly 20 years ago. I'm impressed that you're so interested in politics. I was a member of the Kuramoto children as well. Yoshida and I joined the same year. I made an amazing career change, going from a pro wrestler to a diet member. That's why he's so diesel. I was elected easily, but I had no idea what I was doing. I realized I wasn't elected on my own merit when I failed to be re-elected for a second term. That was true for the both of us.
No.
You made a great comeback, though. Well, truly an inspiration. As are you, old friend. You're working harder than anyone on the campaign trail. Oh, there's no need for false praise to impress the boy here. Yoshida's well informed about the inner workings of politics, so I'm sure he'll be a great teacher. However, I suggest you only do as he says and not as he does if you want to become a diet member.
Hmm?
And what might that mean? I'm guessing he doesn't know? No, he told us about the embezzlement and the vacation and the 3 strikes and stuff. You really think you can win the election by being completely honest and making good arguments? You've got to secure votes, or else you'll be forever known as no good Tora.
What?
Without honesty and good arguments, there can be no political justice. Huh. It's been a while since I've heard one of your grandiose speeches. Alright, well, it's good to see he's getting along with his friendly friend. Hibiya-kun, was it? Tell me, what about Yoshida here drew you in? His message. Hibiya-kun, your address matters quite directly for a young person. It seems you have been taught well.
You're right.
I intend to teach him everything I know. That's what we agreed on. And that is rank 2. Boom, baby. Fundraising, or rank 3 rather, allows you to ask for large amounts of money during negotiations.
All right.
Golden. By the way, how are things between you and Old Man Kuramoto?
Yes.
We're still not on speaking terms. They had a falling out, but also he's still alive? There's something I'd like to get your opinion on, so I'll be in touch. Very well. Alright. Oh, that reminds me. You may still distrust me because of what happened with the missing party funds. But I'm not the one who pointed the finger at you. That's all I'm going to say. Why did he have to mention that? My apologies. That's all for today.
Well then, I'll see you again.
Alright, so... he had a falling out with Old Man Kuramoto and also Dietman Matsushita. Hello. Thanks again for your help today. What a mess. Past mistakes can really come back to bite you. It's hard to feel like you've ever truly escaped them. Some people can fight their way back up, like Matsushita, but many end up suffering under the weight of labels. Even after 20 years, I'm still nothing more than no good Tora. But I will not give up. It's true that I lost a lot, but I did learn a great many things along the way. Somewhere in the middle of it all, my old stubbornness was tempered into conviction, my one redeeming quality. That is why I want you to use your experiences to forge your own convictions. Let's say you think I'll ever find it? Don't worry. I can already see you're on your way. You just have to refine your experience into knowledge. I ended up talking longer than I expected. Well, until next time. Alright, so that's rank 3 for Sun. So I'm not sure if we're going to be bringing everything up evenly, but we do want to make sure nobody is obviously behind, which I say even as we've neglected...
will be in your care today.
Even as we've neglected Munahisa for months.
Make sure you don't let any dudes try to hit on her.
We've got you covered, Sojiro. I'll fight them off.
Don't do anything that'll make you stand out, moron. Just act with your brains, okay?
Hey, can we go already?
Yup, it's about that time.
Are you sure you'll be alright?
It's just a day trip. Don't underestimate me.
Right. Sorry.
She's at full power, dude.
Guess I just have to let it go. Have fun, but be careful, you two.
Alright, time for the beach. Which I don't think we're going to unlock as a destination, which I guess kind of makes sense.
Oh, man, it's packed.
Sorry for the wait. Got a better opinion of me now? What? Cat got your tongue? Come on.
Are we messing around?
What? This is perfect! There's nothing perfect about that. Stay still for a second. You'll be just fine.
And we've finally broken her completely out of her shell.
Oh, it's so hot.
Yes, I'm sure it is baking. I'm not sure when this is going to come out, but it's about the same time in real life, and it's hot here too.
There's a lot of people here. Are you okay, Futaba?
I'm fine. You guys are here.
Yeah, we're here to back you up.
It's almost lunchtime. No! The squid's staring at me!
If you won't eat it, I will.
It's cooked, so don't worry. Would you even eat squid if I'm not around?
Why don't we eat lunch too?
Now you're speaking my language.
I'll go get some stuff for us then.
Did she bring something?
You're eating that even here?
Ramen on the beach? That sounds kind of annoying to eat, actually.
My staple food.
This should be a familiar flavor. Yet how does it taste so good?
That beach atmosphere.
What's up, Makoto? You ain't eating much. Not feeling well or something?
You just don't get it, do you, Ryuji?
Is she washing your figure? Today's not the day for that, Makoto. Come on.
When a girl's in a swimsuit, she wants to look as slim as possible. Still, you're worrying too much. Did you make sure to eat breakfast?
Mona lacks tact.
Right? Just scolded Ryuji and then walked into the same minefield, rather.
So, what do we do now? Should we play some beach volleyball?
3-on-3?
Oh, sorry. Us girls already made plans to ride a banana boat.
We could only rent a 3-person one. Sorry.
So we get to sit here and bake all by our lonesomes.
Wait, then what about us?
Keep an eye on our stuff.
Hell no! Why you gotta treat us like that? We're celebrities making headlines. You should treat us better.
I mean, Ryuji, can you not shout that out?
I do think they're not bad in the metaverse, but in reality, strange, isn't it?
They can steal treasures, but they don't seem like they can steal a girl's heart at all.
Dang. Huh. She pierced us to the core.
But, Lady Ann, can we get to the banana boat already?
Oh, sorry. We'll go now.
We'll switch when we're done. Keep an eye on our stuff for us.
So we're gonna have to decide what we're gonna do when they get back.
The sand's wet! It's dangerous if you run around like that. Here comes
Damn it. You don't get how amazing we are.
Right? We're the best.
We risk our lives being phantom thieves. There's no way we're the same as other guys around here.
That one dude did have cooked squid. That did make him pretty awesome.
Shouldn't we be having more good times in reality too?
You have a point.
Right? Don't you agree, Yusuke?
Well, if you put it that way, you may be right.
Ann and the others don't get it because they're always around us.
Hey, how do we get Lady Ann to notice how amazing we are as phantom thieves?
I'm sure we're about to come up with some real crackpot type ideas.
Well, we gotta steal, you know what?
Treasure?
That's our job in the metaverse. What we're gonna steal in reality are girls' hearts.
Is this the true Operation Babe Hunt?
I see. I just need to prove my skills in reality as well.
Turns out I was wrong and it was always Operation Maid Watch, but I don't remember if there was ever an actual Operation Babe Hunt.
Let's steal all the hearts with the skills we've honed as phantom thieves.
Oh, this is gonna go terribly.
I'm sure girls will be all over us considering the vibes we give off.
Very well, let's do this. Pulling off our work in reality doesn't sound bad.
It's settled then. So, Mona, you're in charge of watching over our stuff, okay?
Well, there you go.
Huh?
Yeah, Morgana, you're not part of this, dude.
All right, let's hurry up and go.
Hey, what the hell? Get back here! Don't leave me behind!
Already happened. Yep. Strikeout number 1. Oh yeah, Squid Dude. Dang, dude. We're not good at this at all. It sucks that they didn't make it playable, but oh well. Yeah.
I don't know. The ocean just looks kind of bland to me.
It's because your heart is lonely, Ryuji, with none stolen to accompany it. Just give up.
Come on, it ain't over yet. I'm going for a miracle comeback.
Is there still? I don't think we still have enough for that, dude. We might be pooped.
Did someone follow us here? Something tells me we're being watched.
Really?
Oh.
You think one of those girls changed her mind?
Don't think that's it.
OMG, it's the Golden Boy himself!
Hey, it's Ryuji's buddies!
And he's already got his own little entourage. We really did teach him right, didn't we?
Except Yusuke pieced the F out, dude.
You? Oh no. What are you guys doing here?
They're your buds, Ryuji. What do you mean?
Oh, sometimes we just gotta get out of the city, forget the nightlife, breathe fresh air, enjoy some eye candy.
We thought we lost our protege. Who would have guessed our vacay was actually the call of fate?
Oh, what's with the look? Don't believe in fate?
Or did you really not have fun last time?
Don't lie, Ryuji.
You gonna tell us you saw yourself in all that chiffon and felt nothing?
I don't think I felt what you guys were hoping.
Oh, honey, I get it. Everyone's nervous when they first start out. But trust me.
Go on, Ryuji, have fun with your friends, dude.
You'll make their jaws drop.
Just an hour at the Vanity, 3 hours at the boutique, and we can just pick up where we left off last time. So, are you ready to steal some hearts?
That was the game plan, wasn't it? When did we learn their names?
We gotta go. Sorry.
Was it something I said? Oh, what a tragedy. Another starlet slips through our fingers.
No more makeovers.
Ryuji. Oh well, your heart's gonna stay lonely.
By the way, where's Yusuke?
Yusuke was like, nope.
So this is where you two were. I've been searching for you.
Oh, Yusuke.
What are you doing with those lobsters?
While you were busy with your interrogation, I found these beautiful specimens on sale. And so I decided to spend the last of my money on them.
But why, Yusuke? We can't eat those things. Not here, anyways.
Man, you're real hopeless when it comes to cash. Wait, you were watching us? Why didn't you help?
Yusuke figured that you wanted some time with your friendly friends.
Apologies, but I was entranced. The moment I set eyes on this distinct shape, I was in love. I haven't had my very core shaken as vigorously as this since the first time On entered my gaze.
The lobsters are... Okay, well, I don't think On would appreciate being compared to some flailing lobsters, but whatever.
Good for you.
We're here with friends.
Ah, so we've got other dudes out on their own Operation Babe Hunt, and these guys are looking bronze?
Come on, don't lie to us, baby. How about you come for a nice cruise on our boat?
There's going to be a party, too. Tons of celebrities and industry people will be coming along.
Are you even listening to us?
They are not.
Sorry about the wait.
Huh, so you were serious about being here with friends?
Yes, they were.
That's what we've been saying from the start.
Where's Futaba?
Don't you find it boring spending your time with kids like them?
It's far more interesting than anything involving you two.
Oh, tell him, Makoto.
What was that?
Hey, let's just let the children have fun with fellow children. We'll be going now.
See that you do. But we've got a pressing matter to attend to.
What creeps. Thanks for coming in like that. Those guys just wouldn't stop pestering us.
You did well to hold them off, or they got lucky.
What do you mean?
Because you were gonna fist of justice them? Is that not what that line meant to imply?
If things had gone bad, you would have just sent them to the hospital.
There you go.
Never mind. It's nothing.
By the way, where are Futaba and Morgana?
Ooh, are those lobsters? One in each hand.
I was wondering about that myself.
There you On.
Are you going to make them into sashimi? Or perhaps roast them whole?
Hold on, Morgana.
Enough of your vile postulations. These are pure visual appreciation.
Well, that's so random.
We did tons of stuff today. All in all, I guess coming to the beach was pretty worth it.
Quite the endeavor. Quite the team building. Oh. Well, there's that. Whoa! Holy crap.
We should probably start heading home.
Fun-filled day.
Agreed. Let's pack up.
Futaba seemed fine in the crowd, too. So it looks like she's overcome her last exercise.
Finally free of her agoraphobia and hallucinations and depression. Well, overall, it's been a pretty good month for her, actually.
Hey,
Futaba! We're going home! Stop standing around and help us!
Something wrong?
You know, all this time, I thought that it was my fault that my mom died.
And finding out it wasn't must have been a huge weight off your shoulders.
Uh-huh.
It's because everyone said that I killed her. Everyone looked at me thinking I was a murderer. I ended up hating this world. That's why I shut myself in and covered my ears. I wished my mom would come back to life. Sometimes I'd wake up and think it was all a dream. But nothing had changed in the world.
So what is that? What stage of grief is that? It's denial, but I don't know if that's the first one or like the second one.
That's why I'd sleep again. It'd be a repeat of that. I loved my mom. I wanted to become like her. How she'd work late into the night. How she'd wake up early and make me a boxed lunch every day. How she'd do her best to further her research. How she'd scold me for peeking at her notes. It was cognitive science, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The cognitive world can become distorted through desires. If it becomes distorted, a person begins exhibiting problematic behavior in reality.
Awakaba knew what she was talking about.
That cognitive world disappears when you remove its core, and further problematic actions stop. Isn't that about palaces?
Yeah, it's exactly palaces.
That's the metaverse. She knew about that?
It made no sense back then. But now I understand after it actually happened to me.
Exactly, and Wakaba didn't have that kind of insight, which makes it even more impressive.
All I thought about was my mom. I was trapped in a cognitive labyrinth. I couldn't get out of it. There was nothing I could do by myself.
That's why you asked us to steal your heart? That's a huge jump in logic in so many ways.
But it was a gamble that ended up paying off.
At first, I didn't believe the rumors about the Phantom Thieves, that they steal hearts. But I overheard you accidentally. I learned that you were near me.
Overheard? Ah, the bug. So why were you listening in on LeBlanc in the first place?
Yusuke asks a really good question.
I had to keep an eye on Sojiro, make sure he was actually working.
Aw, she wanted to be close to him, basically.
Talk about an awful hobby.
You talked about stealing hearts. When I heard that, I was so happy I jumped up and down. I thought maybe the Phantom Thieves could cure my heart.
You could have just told us from the start.
Seriously, we'd have been happy to take this case on without all the subterfuge. We'd have still asked you to help with Medjed, though. But if you told us that Medjed was a bunch of, like, nobodies, then we wouldn't have even cared.
You might have been wary of me if I asked out of nowhere. And besides, you could have been bad guys.
That is true.
That's why I cautiously got in contact with you. I checked many times to see how you'd react.
Yes. You had us twisted around your little finger.
But Futaba, you didn't talk to anyone besides Boss for a long time, right? You must have needed a lot of courage to contact the Phantom Thieves.
Which means she was Phantom Thieves material from the very start.
There were two reasons for it. One was Medjed's taunt. The Phantom Thieves were so pitiful it frustrated me.
Dang. Oh well. We were like lost little puppies.
I would have been in trouble if they got disbanded too.
Indeed. You were our only hope.
And we hers.
The other was what I heard through wiretapping LeBlanc. Sojiro was being blamed with lies, like abusing me.
Oh yeah, we did discuss that. And Sai, like,
He was being threatened to spill everything about my mom.
Talk about making shit up.
Makoto, you had your heart in the right place, and you did galvanize Futaba to act.
It made me sad, and it hurt. I thought, I have to save Sojiro. I gotta do something.
So that's why.
The Phantom Thieves. I didn't think you guys would be taking such risks for me.
Absolutely, dude.
I didn't think you'd worry about me so much. I'm sorry that I acted like I doubted you guys.
It all turned out fine in the end.
Do you believe in us now?
Yeah, I can tell. You aren't bad guys.
Quite the opposite, in fact.
That's why I have a request. Let me join your team.
Absolutely, yes.
There's nothing to join. You're already one of us.
I'll be honest. Changing people's hearts isn't my goal. I want to learn what happened to my mom.
You'll come to love all parts of being a Phantom Thief in due time, but yeah, learning more about Wakaba is definitely high on the itinerary for us now.
The reason why she was killed.
Killed?
It was written in her notes. Should the self in the cognitive world die, the self in the real world would lose consciousness.
Is this about mental shutdowns?
And how they're caused.
Then the criminal that Kaneshiro mentioned.
Yes, that could be the case. I don't like pursuing this line of thought, but perhaps your mother's shadow was...
I don't know for sure. But right before my mom died, she didn't seem right.
She was out of her mind or something, not acting correctly.
In what way?
No matter how much I talked to her, she wouldn't answer back. And she didn't jump into the road, it was more like she collapsed and fell in. That's why I thought what was written in the notes was real, and looked into it. I read books, checked theses that were released online.
She did all this legwork, dude.
I even snuck into the networks of various research labs to look at their classified data.
Oh yeah, she'll be a definite asset to the team.
That's why you're good at hacking. What kind of brain do you have?
But I didn't figure anything out. My mom's research was nowhere to be found. She was killed by someone, and her research was treated like it never existed. I bet it's them. Those adults in the black suits who read the fake suicide note.
It's gotta be. There are only culprits, or only possible culprits.
I'll never forgive them.
Futaba.
If I stay with you guys, I think I can find out more about that world. And eventually, it might even lead to those men in black. It's a super personal reason why I want to join you. Is that okay? Or would I just be dead weight?
The answer's in order. Yes? Definitely not.
If anything, you're dependable. Ain't that right, Mona?
Why are you looking at me? Are you trying to say I'm inadequate?
Well, if she hadn't entered her own cognitive world at the end there, we would have died.
Well, she was more useful than you, as a matter of fact.
Ryuji with the antagonism.
Hey, that's inexcusable!
This is what our Phantom Thieves are like. But I hope we get along, Futaba.
Thanks.
Well,
let's leave those two be. Why don't we lose no time and decide on Futaba's codename?
Yes, and I actually didn't realize until I played Persona Q2 that it's actually different in Japanese, which I thought was interesting, and I thought was definitely a change for the better for an English-speaking audience.
What's that?
It's not cool if we called each other by our real names.
Joker, Skull, Mona, Panther, Queen, and I'm Fox.
In Futaba's case, hacker wouldn't be right, would it?
She is that, but it's on the nose, don't you think?
Mech?
PC?
No.
Yeah, vetoed all those.
Why don't we go literal and call her Goggles?
Or Lovecraft.
Super lame. You've got no taste, kitty.
Ooh, dang, Morgana just can't get a win.
In your face.
Do you have any good ideas for Futaba's codename?
We'll do... Let's do Pharaoh.
I'll curse you.
There's more than one? There could be more than one Pharaoh. I'm fine with that.
What would you want it to be, Futaba?
Oracle. With my vision, I'll guide you all to victory.
Yeah, apparently it's Navi in Japanese. I prefer Oracle.
Sounds great.
Then Futaba will be Oracle.
But man, I never even dreamed that the rumored Phantom Thieves would be so close.
Yes, all clustered around Aoyama Ichome.
Same goes to you.
To think you'd be the daughter of a metaverse researcher. Talk about a mysterious fate.
The whims of fate are unknown to the mortal men.
Should we get going then?
Yeah, I think we're about done here.
Yep, let's go home.
Right, and now we are 7 strong.
Yes. The incident with Medjed seems to have been more effective than predicted.
This freaking guy.
This should spur the Phantom Thieves' support even more now. I agree. There are effective ways to use the Phantom Thieves.
The all according to plans bad guys.
Now would be the best time to dispose of unnecessary trash, whether they're connected to us or not.
We just can't we don't even know we're fighting them yet, but we just can't get a win over them. And you're back. How'd it go with Futaba? I hear you've been keeping her company for the past few days. Thanks. No problem, Sojiro. A criminal who uses the metaverse to carry out their crimes. This is no longer a matter we can ignore. Especially because they might be the one who killed Futaba's mom. To be honest, I had considered the idea that they might be behind only the rumored psychotic breakdowns. But now it appears as though this person is killing people as well. Technically, they're making people have mental shutdowns, which then cause them to die. That's what happens when you kill someone's shadow, yeah? We were worried about it back with Kamoshida and Madarame, remember? Psychotic breakdowns and mental shutdowns. It would make sense if the same person was behind them. The news never talks about the victims dying, so people only know about the breakdowns. So this shit's seriously a case. If that's for real, whoever's doing it is some kind of assassin. I'm gonna beat the crap out of them. I would suggest we be more cautious going forward as well. We still don't know much even about our metaverse nav. That is true. I wonder why that thing exists. There was a man in my dream. A dream? You still half asleep, dude? They never want to hear the truth. I wonder if that criminal is using the app too. Gotta be, right? Futaba, this seems like your area of expertise. Do you know anything about it? No, I'd never even heard of it before. I mean, it's not really even an app. It's more like a mysterious app-like thing. I see. It's okay, though. I might not know much about the nav, but I can still navigate you guys on the path to victory. I'll guide you to whatever criminal you're looking for. You can rely on me. Awesome, dude. You're way more reliable than Mona.
Damn it, Ryuji. You always find the worst possible things to say.
Just dumpstering Morgana over and over again. Oh, one of our confidants? Hey, Hibiya, you live in Yongen, right? You know about the old theater there? It's finally gonna open? Well, the old couple that runs it is apparently getting threatened by land speculators. They're trying to say the theater's in the way of some building they want to put up. We can't just let them force those people out, right? Or I feel bad for them. Right? That old couple is so afraid of the threats that they don't even want to open their theater. Anyway, our target is a guy named Yasuo Joshi. Let's drive him off and save that old couple. There might have been a change in mementos because of all the Medjed stuff. If you want to go, now would be the right time. Let's discuss with everyone at the hideout. Who's muscling in on Yongen Jaya? Alright. And we've got plenty. We just talked about it, but... I know we just finished talking about it, but... Heyo! Here's a photo I took today. What? I'm in there too! You look like you're having fun, Futaba. An's a pretty good camera woman. Is this what it's like to feel photogenic? You're not used to looking good in pictures? It certainly is a fine shot. I getcha. Indeed, this picture has even captured all the architectural grandeur of my sandcastle. I'll take your word for it, man. Alright. But we are going to go ahead, call it a part here. So definitely join me next time for more Persona 5 Royal. bye for now, guys.